Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for Matchday Live with myself, Paul, and of course, the man behind is, of course, Billy Trey. After being away for a couple of days with illness, how are you doing, Billy?
I'm not great, but I can bounce through anything to watch Newcastle United play.
Absolutely.
And commentate for you beautiful people out there. You're fantastic.
Absolutely. Now, we do have the carousel going again. The team lineups will be coming on shortly. It's just not working at the minute. So I've just sent an email off to the guys or a message off to the guys. Oh, there it is. It's working now. It's working now. I think it's because once we go live, I think it should be working now. Yeah, it is. Thank you, guys. The guys behind the graphics, once again, doing a fantastic job putting this on for us and getting everything up and running as they normally do. Fantastic. Shane in Australia, who's been a member for 34 months on the channel. Thank you, Shane. Good morning, gents. Confident of a good performance today with Bruno and Tonali. Isak to finally bury the chances 3-0 to Newcastle United. A very confident Shane over there in Australia land. But if you do enjoy, the commentary today, please do give it the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, please do subscribe. We really do need your subscribers to come in to hit us up to 34,000. Please, guys, if you're new and like what you see, hit that button. And of course, we do have a sister station, which I think is only 6 or 7 away from 1,000 subscribers already on TTR Xtra. It's the home of football. That's what we've called it. That is linked at the top of the description if you want to go and have a look there, please, and take a look at the channel. We have live commentary, of course, tomorrow of Liverpool against Manchester City on that very channel. And also a big shout out to our sponsors, Mamaroo Records. Steve is a fantastic guy. Go and see him in Whitley Bay, right in the centre. If you can't get there, they do have a website as well. They do vinyl, CDs, a range of cool and vintage clothing as well, including sports-related items as well. So pop in or check that out online. Mention the TTR, that you're a viewer of TTR, and Steve will do you a very good deal. Check out the website. You can support the store and the channel by purchasing a gift card. The gift card option is on the landing page and makes for a great Christmas as well, with everybody scrambling to buy presents now. And of course, they are on Instagram as well. If you follow at Mamaroo Records, Steve will put all the bits and bobs on there as well if they have any special offers on. So a big thanks to them as well. And of course, support the channel in the usual ways. First of all is membership, which is the join button just underneath us. And of course, live chat is again there with Billy. It's a long start to this show.
Yes, you have to be subscribed to be in the live chat. So
yes, you do, but also super chats are available,
yes, they are,
which is the $sign at the bottom of the live chat, and that will guarantee your comment to be read out on this show. Right, we'll do it properly this time. Good afternoon, Billy.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to all you beautiful people out there in Viewerland.
There you go. There you go. Right, we'll dive straight in, Billy. We'll look at the two lineups. Newcastle United, well, the news is that Tonali is in the starting lineup. We go with Pope, Shea, Joe Linton, Tonali, Gordon, Isak, Hall, Livramento, Willock, Byrne, and Bruno. So, Billy, no changes to the left-hand side by the looks of things.
No, and if anyone was going to select a side, that would be the side I think we'd all pick. We can't argue with it starting on this week. Why it's taken this amount of games to get to this stage, I don't know. But he got there eventually. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching us play today. Hopefully we can play with the same pizzazz that we did when we played Forest and Chelsea and those games a few games ago.
Now on the bench is Dubravka, Trippier, Wilson, Barnes, Asula, Jacob Murphy, Lloyd Kelly, Almiron, and Longstaff. So it is a strong bench as well, Bill.
Yeah, it is. We've got options off the bench. What I don't want to see, if things aren't going well, is to go gung-ho and just go mental with the substitutions. Let's have a measured response. Let's get back into the game if we have to. I don't think we will today. I think we'll win the game, and I think we'll win it quite easily.
Well, this is how Crystal Palace line up. They go with Henderson, Munoz, Chalobah, Lacroix, Gehi, Mitchell, Lerma, Hughes, Eze, Mateta, and Sarr, Billy.
Yeah, it's a good side. No Wharton, of course. He was a thorn in our side last year. Of course, no Elise either. He's gone to pastures new. But it's 3 at the back with a 4 in front of them and then a 2 and a 1. So yeah, it's going to be it's going to be low block if they take the lead. But until they take the lead, I think we can get at them.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Newcastle, isn't it? We've got to stop that happening today because it's a huge pain in the arse when we concede the first goal, and silly mistakes as well, which normally lead to those first goals, which we have to try and eradicate from the game today. So we will, because the stupid mistakes have got to be cut out. Dan Burns back, so Lloyd Kelly goes back to the bench, and it's probably as we were expecting. Many people thought Barnes might come in, that he might make wholesale changes to the starting lineup, Billy, but he hasn't done that. He's just gone with technically the one change with Tonali because Burn was always coming back.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, this should have been happening for 2 or 3 games. Sam Joe's playing really well until he had his resting period. Sean Longstaff came in, did well against Arsenal, did okay since then, but he's not Sam Joe Tonali. Simple as that. He never will be.
Absolutely.
So, you've got to play your strongest side for every game, I think, and I don't think he has.
Yeah. Kieran, thank you for your super chat. Paul, will you be doing a score prediction review after every team has played this week on the Xtra channel? Yes, we will. We'll go back and we'll do a Premier League review, absolutely. John Yola, a member for 29 months on the channel. Thank you very much, my friend. One of the worst away grounds I have ever been to. Yeah, yes, it's not great. It's not great, Selhurst Park. It really does need to be improved. Daniil says Tonali in, not before time. Anton says he needs to play Tonali every game. Well, we need to see Tonali improving, don't we? Thank you. My lunch has just arrived. We need to see Tonali every game. Simple as that. He needs more minutes in the Premier League. Ollie says, have you guys seen that Tonali has played more minutes for Italy than he has for Newcastle this season? Yes, I did read that, and I was a little bit annoyed with that. But listen, he's in today. Let's see how we go. And obviously, we can make our judgments. Apparently, TTR Xtra is now at 1K subscribers. Wow. Thank you very much, everybody. I think that's the quickest I've ever seen. Certainly a channel I've been involved in get 1,000 subscribers. Now we just need 4,000 views, 4,000 hours, of views, and then it's all monetized again. But, Tonali has done nothing to deserve a starting place.
Well, he's not been playing, that's why.
Well, how can he deserve a starting place when he's out the side?
When he was playing, the Forest game, not the Forest game, sorry, the Chelsea game, and the Chelsea game away from home, he performed really well in both games. So,
well, Eddie admitted he was one of the reasons that the Forest game turned around. It was 1-1 when he was brought on, and he did play a big part.
He did.
Chipper says, today we have no excuse. Pretty much our strongest 11. I would go with that. Jamie says, good morning, guys. Greetings from the Cayman Islands. Hope you're well, Jamie, out there. Johnson Street says, no Longstaff, no NUFC win. What is your Xtra channel called? Well, basically TTR Xtra. It's spelt with an X, though. TTR XTRA. The link is right at the top of the description, just underneath Mamaroo Records. So thank you, guys. The team need to perform today, says Joe. Yes. What kind of start are you looking for, Billy?
I want to see his press. I want to see us getting, with the enthusiasm and the energy that it was lacking last Monday. Press, vociferous press, really, get at them from minute one, make them make mistakes, win the ball high up the pitch, score goals. Simple as that for me. And defend properly. Yeah. Burn against Mateta is a match made in heaven for me. I think Dan Burn can do things against him. But if he doesn't, it's the battle he would want, a big physical battle. Dan Burn's mad for that, isn't he? That's what he wants.
Yeah. He's mad for it. Mad for it.
That's what he wants.
Gavin says, let them have the ball, counter. I just want us to go at them. I just want us to go at them. Not worry about their game. Let's play our best game and win the game. Simple as that. Mason, who's been a member now for 14 months on the channel. Thank you, buddy. Any idea what happened with last night's show? Yes, I deleted it by accident. We have this thing in StreamYard where it basically records all the shows on our streaming software. But sometimes we get to the limit of a maximum limit of file size. So I have to then, delete some recordings. But unfortunately, last night I was knackered and I deleted the broadcast instead of the recording, which wiped it off everything. So I do apologize, but these things happen. It was my mistake, but you know what? I was knackered. We've got a new member, Demian Byrne. Welcome. I presume it's pronounced Damien, even though it's D-E-M. But anyway, if I've got it wrong, I'm very sorry. But welcome to Members Club, my man, and thank you for your support. Playing in the third kit today. Yes, we are. Hopefully a result, but this one's not. This one hasn't got a voodoo doll over it, I don't think, Billy.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. Philip says it has to be 3 points today. Matty says, how's Murphy going to get 10 goals? Look, I mean, if he comes on as sub and whacks them in, I'll be happy. Only way team is stronger is when Botman's back for Byrne. But he likes his favourites. We will see Botman in 16 months after another ban.
No, I think Botman will come straight back in as soon as
he's able to play, he'll be in. So yeah. Statos in the chat. Afternoon, lads. Hope you're feeling strong, Billy, mate. Let's get 3 points. Simon says, big test for Eddie Howe this. The lads need a result for him, or the heat is right back on.
I agree.
Well, Palace haven't been good this season, Billy, but we said that on Monday night against West Ham, and then West Ham got a goal, and suddenly their fortunes changed dramatically, didn't they? They started playing the first 9 minutes, they were god-awful. They scored a goal, and then suddenly, I've said many times, it was like a huge cloud lifted off the football club, and they started knocking the ball around and playing some great stuff. And
we can't allow Crystal Palace to do exactly the same, which their aim will be exactly that. Mm-hmm. They've seen how to do it, soak up a little bit of pressure, score, heads drop. But we can't allow that to happen today.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace have the blueprint to perform too. Being at home as well helps them, I think.
Yeah.
It's a horrible stadium to play at. Very vociferous. Not as vociferous as us, but it's tight, it's close in. Horrible place to play. We need to kind of stand up and be counted today. Simple as that.
Alan says, I'm pleased Tonali starts ahead of Longstaff. He needs a spell to see how he goes. Toon 3-1, got to be. Call Me Swift says, Paul, I've always wondered, did you name your daughter after Phoebe from Friends, or am I just a big Friends nerd? There might be something in that. There was a couple of other names, but Phoebe stood out. And listen, when you it's just like when you name a dog, you couldn't look at them and think of another name now. She's Phoebes, but she's ended up being a massive Friends fan as well. So strange how things work. I think Howe's been waiting for people to earn their place in the starting lineup, but now the top players are starting. Let's go TTR. Laura says whoever scores first wins the game.
Potentially.
Yeah, I can see that because you just mentioned earlier on, Billy, if Palace do score first, they will make life very difficult for us. They saw what West Ham did. And I would imagine that the Palace manager has said to the players there, let's go out, get a goal, and let's play like West Ham did, because we can hit them on the break. We can just play the low block, and Newcastle struggle against it.
100%. And they've got the pace. They've got Eze. They've got Sarr, both rapid to hit us on the counter-attack. So if it does go into that scenario, then we've really got to man up and stop these counter-attacks happening. Not give the ball away in high areas. That's all of it's got to be done properly.
Absolutely. Ian says we need Gordon to show up. He was absent against West Ham. Well, he's been absent a few times this season. Listen, I watched a video with True Geordie earlier on in the week when he was bluntly honest about certain players, and I had to agree with him. He was very honest, and certainly not taking all this sort of happy clapper, stuff and saying things like that. It was very much that the players were not good enough, and some players need to pull the fingers out, and they've regressed a little bit. And I think Gordon's in that. He has regressed a little bit. But Billy, you mentioned a good point earlier in the week when you said he's getting moved around a lot, but he's just got to just put his head down wherever he is on the pitch and play to his ability.
Yeah, but being on the fact he's on the left, that will help him immensely. I think he was okay the night. He just got kicked early on, didn't he? He got a really hefty tackle early on. And teams do that to Anthony Gordon because they know how much of a threat he is.
I want to see him influence a game, though, Billy, if that makes sense. I want to see him involved.
Because Munoz is a hell of a player on that right side of defence for them. Hell of a player. And he's going to have to do a bit of defending as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin Kelly, you're a tosspot. Just thought I'd mention that. Wacky says, got more chance of Asula getting 10 10 more than Murphy getting 10
minutes.
What? Oh, mins, right? Okay, guys, hit the right buttons. It's confusing for me. Garant says I'm expecting nothing, so I won't feel disappointed.
Might be the best way to do it, mate.
Yeah. Lady Sam's in the chat. Well, Pedro's in love with her. So there you go. Thank you for declaring your love, Pedro. Philip says this side has something to prove today. We should have too much for Palace. I mean, what are you predicting, Billy?
2-0 Newcastle. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those performances we've been crying out for. When Eddie needs to pull it out of the fire, generally he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, yes, he does.
And the thing is, if he doesn't win today and he doesn't win against Liverpool, I think he's in this. I think he's in the deep doo-doo, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Seaside Tooney, who's been a member now for 5 months, thanks, buddy. Over the moon with the team selection today to win 2-0. I can't see this being a high-scoring match, says Simon. It'll be tight, a goal either way, maybe. Stephen says, hi guys, how are we doing? Last night's show was fantastic. It was a goodish show, but it's gone. I
think it got slightly downgraded when certain things happened.
Yes, which is why I'm not too fussed that it got deleted, to be honest. We're going to definitely, focus on football, which is what we're good at. So that's how it'll be. But it's gone now. Chris says, does anyone else miss what Trippier offered as much as I do? Tino has the pace and dribbling, but we miss his passing, his leadership and communication. I mean, Stato thought Trippier might come in today, Billy.
Well, yeah, I think Trippier against Eze, is that a better match than Livramento against Eze? I'm not so sure. I think I prefer the defensive capabilities of Livramento ahead of what Trippier offers us in defence. But we do lose things going forward, so
yeah, he does need to be better going forward, doesn't he? When he's got the opportunity to I think
it'll help him having Tonali next to him rather than Longstaff. That's straight away. He's got someone to pass to that's going to be creative. Yeah. Instead of having Longstaff next to him, who's going to go backwards or sideways or dither on the ball for 5 minutes till he gets tackled.
Absolutely. Blenchy says we must win this game and put on a big show. I hope we do. We're due to give someone a I'm not saying it. No, I'm not saying it.
We keep saying it.
Yeah. Somebody brought that up in the chat the other day that we keep saying it and end up losing the game. So I'm staying stum. Stato says I'm a little shocked he didn't go with the curveball of starting Trippier. I guess Livramento's got to run in the side, and he's playing well enough to stay in the side. So we know that Livramento and Hall are the future fullbacks for Newcastle for many, many years to come. Steve says the next 5 days are Eddie's make or break.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't give them room to play. Press, says Spike. Well, that's what I feel like that's what we didn't do against West Ham, Billy. After a good start, we let West Ham start passing the ball around, and they really did kill us.
They did, yeah. And as soon as the goal went in, that was it. It was end of. I mean, we did play some decent stuff, but we didn't create anywhere near enough chances for me. We played really well in the first 2/3 of the field. The final third was dross, really, wasn't it? I could have played in goal for West Ham on Monday night. Yeah,
it was the fact that we got no shots on target in the second half. That was the massive disappointment for me. Absolutely huge. The main thing I want to see from today is not wasting the final ball and rushing shots and crosses. Then we will start scoring. Well,
I do have one point about last night's show, by the way.
Yeah.
Someone said Eddie Howe can only play what's in front of him. He hasn't been playing what's in front of him because Sandro Tonali is one of our best players, but on the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's in the team today.
He is indeed.
Love Brian, the true Geordie, but doesn't make enough Toon content for me. That's why been here for ages. Well, he's gone on to good things, Brian. He's obviously still a passionate Newcastle United fan, but he's also a football fan, and he does a lot of football and boxing. And listen, he's done really well. He's done really, really well.
FIFA and Rocket League.
I used to love his FIFA. I used to love the
language.
The FIFA rage was incredible. I mean, legendary. Simon says, morning, lads. Watching from Barbados.
Not
in
jealous.
31 degrees. Red hot. Love your shows.
Not
Simon,
jealous.
you twat. is all I'll say. I'm sitting in a freezing cold studio here waiting for kickoff, and knowing that you're in 31-degree heat in bloody Barbados, you make me sick. But enjoy your holiday. James says, I'm a little worried, but happy with the player choice. Yeah, it's something we can't complain about is the team sheet, Billy. But what needs to improve is, of course, the game management, depending on how the game is going.
Well, you give yourself more options, though, if you play your best team from the start, don't you?
Yeah.
You give yourself a head start, as it were, to play well in the first place. I'm looking forward to seeing it today. I'm hoping that Tonali isn't rusty at all because of his not starting games.
You almost said long stato there, Billy. I was wondering where you were going with that.
I did. But he's been playing fitly, so he should be fine. He should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Do or die today. Can't beat Palace. We're going nowhere this season. I agree. 100%. I think these are the games. I'll keep saying it. These are the games. If we want to be up there challenging amongst the elite in the Premier League, these are the games we have to win. Simple. And we, I think we have to get rid of people saying, "Oh, I'll take a draw now," because these are the teams that we should be beating. I don't want to take a draw today. I've predicted a draw because that's how it tends to go at Selhurst Park. But what I want to see is a convincing win.
Yes, 100%. Because these are the games that get you high up the table. A point away from home is always good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But it's second prize, isn't it? We want first prize. Simple as that.
Indeed. Michael wants Gordon Isak and Cher to turn up today. Well, Fabian Cher, he was very highly praised by the manager in the press conference yesterday, Billy. I don't know if you saw it. He was very complimentary of Fabian Cher, and has actually indicated that he wants Cher to sign another extension to the contract. So he wants Cher around. It was blatantly obvious that in the press conference yesterday, but obviously we'll see how he does the rest of the season because he's got to start performing. Lady Sam is in the chat as well. We really need to strengthen in the transfer window. Trips is class, but getting on, yet we still miss him among other positions. Absolutely. Leon, thank you for your super chat. I had £100 on you in midweek. What happened? That's from a West Ham fan, I believe, judging by the hammers there.
The hammers happened.
Yes, your team happened. Your team scored, and suddenly just all the cobwebs were shaken off, and you just decided to just play some football with the. You've got a very talented squad, and you really came to play on Monday. Well, I'll say it, the first 9 minutes you can forget, but after that, dear God.
It's very dark in the Palace Tunnel, I have to say. They could do some electricity there.
I'm yet to put mine on, Billy. I just... It's always dark in the Palace Tunnel. It's just always dark around Selhurst Park. It is, yeah. It's a horrible ground. Stato says might as well take Trips for all the footballing ability he has left whilst we're integrating Tino. Well, it's not happening, Stato. He's not in the side. That is Mr. Lamento today. Right, I'm going to put mine on, Billy, and then we'll hopefully be around the same area. Come on. There you go. I've got the players just coming out, Billy.
Yes, me too.
Oh, superb. There we go. Right. Now, once again, guys, please no spoilers in the chat. If you are ahead of us, what we're watching on, please don't put any comments in the chat. Just wait until me and Billy have commentated on it, and then we'll all watch. We'll all talk about it together. Palace there already creating an atmosphere, Billy, with the smoke and the flags. And I'll say flags. It's nothing compared to what we do.
No, it's shite, really.
Well, most of them are, Billy, until they come to St James's Park, and then they see what a real flag display is all about.
Yeah, what I do like is the electric signs that are going around. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's a full house, looks like, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Flamethrowers going on, Billy. They're trying to create that big atmosphere.
Look at that stand now. Look at it. It's dreadful, isn't it?
It's awful, isn't it? It's like going back. It's like going back the 80s, Billy. Remember there was old tin sheds that they used to have? Some grounds had it. Really awful, and Palace never seemed to have improved.
I don't know if this is an Archibald Leach stadium from years.
I think it is actually, Billy. I think it is.
May well be.
Yeah. Palace, they line up Dean Henderson in goal. Then they have a back three of Chalobah, Lacroix, and of course Mark Gahey, who is captaining the side today. And then they have a midfield of, wing back of Munoz and Mitchell on either side, Will Hughes, Jefferson, Lerma in the middle. And then a front three of Sarr, Mateta, and a return in Eze, because he didn't play last week at Aston Villa. So he's in the side, Bill.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not quite fully fit.
Well, let's hope and pray, Billy. Let's hope and pray.
Because he's a hell of a player, isn't he? Let's be honest, he is a really good player.
Absolutely. And now for your Toon Army, we start with, of course, His Holiness, Nick Pope in goal. Let's hope he keeps a clean sheet today. The usual back four of Livramento, Fabian Schär, Dan Burn, and, of course, Lewis Hall. In midfield, we have the returning Tonali. If you've just joined us, he replaces Longstaff and lines up alongside Bruno and Joe Willock, who both have recovered from minor knocks that they took on Monday night. And a front three. At the moment, they've got Joe Linton on the right, Isak, and Gordon on the left. We'll see how that starts. But I would imagine they'll probably swap around a bit during the game. But Wilson is on the bench again, guys, along with Trippier, Barnes, Asula, Murphy, Almiron, Kelly, and Longstaff. Well, we're minutes away from kickoff, and I'm nervous, Billy. I always am nervous, of course.
Yeah.
But this is huge.
It is. It's a huge game,
and huge because we need to bounce back. That's why it's more huge than times before.
Yes, I agree. 3 points needed.
Yep.
Nothing less. Good performance on top.
Yep. Well, we're about to get underway.
Oh God.
Yeah, I've just seen who the referee is. I can't remember his name. I just know referees by how they look now. You know, I'm not sort of I'm not bothered about the names. I just see the face and think, oh God, it's him.
That stand's dreadful, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's rotten.
It's like the City ground.
I bet there's a few dead pigeons in there, Billy.
Oh, guarantee there is.
Oh, absolutely. Again, guys, no spoilers in the chat, please.
Down England, down England. Fucking shit. Yeah.
The mods will remove you guys, so please don't put any spoilers in. Wait until we've commentated on it, and then we can all talk about it together. I don't think we're going to be too far behind live anyway, Billy, because bang on 3 o'clock, and we're underway at Selhurst Park. Howay the bloody lads! And immediately Eze has the ball jinking around, and he's decided to... I thought he'd give Newcastle a throw in there, but it seems to have took a little touch there off Anthony Gordon, who has started on the right, Billy.
It's strange, isn't it? So obviously more worried about...
Well, I think Joe Linton and Willock combine better down the left.
Yeah, anyway. And then you've got Munoz on this side, and you've got Mitchell's a good player on the other side. So
yeah. It's going to be Livramento to take a throw for Newcastle, just over the halfway line. Isak. It's all very congested over there, but Livramento pulls away and gives a nice ball to Dan Burn, who quickly gets it out to Hall on this near side. Hall will go down the line looking for the run of Joe Linton. It's a beautiful ball by Lewis Hall. Joe Linton towards the byline, just took a bit of a heavy touch with great left foot cross, and it's cleared away as far as Tonali. Probably a shooting opportunity, doesn't. Plays it out wide to Livramento. Livramento looks to take on Eze, does well, and he gets to the byline. Tino Livramento crosses to the back post, and it's headed away by it's Chalobah who got the header away, Billy, but it was hanging there for Joe Linton. It just didn't arrive at him.
Again, it's another excellent start, isn't it?
Full of enterprise, full of attack. And Fabian Schär has the ball again for Newcastle. Out wide again now for Anthony Gordon. Back to Fabian Schär's Newcastle look to build again. Long ball from Schär. It's not quite hit the target. Looking for Joe Linton, and Palace have the ball back now. Chalobah up to Mateta. He's always that big bloke, isn't he, Mateta, Billy?
Huge. Yeah, huge.
Yeah. Lerma now to Chalobah again, who got that header away just as Joe Linton was closing in on it. But good pressing again by Newcastle. But nice ball by Chalobah, that. And it starts a move for Palace now with Eze. Gordon all over the back of him. Good work by Anthony Gordon, forcing Eze backwards. Well played. And that's a little bit of a heavy pass by Will Hughes, and then to throw to Newcastle.
Well played.
Palace look a bit nervous, Billy.
Yes, they do. Eze looks a little bit timid. I mean, the injury blow he's had, is he 100% fit, like I said before? I'm not sure, but he hasn't started the game particularly well.
Bruno wins it back. It's now with Nick Pope. As looked like he was going to try and compete with Nick Pope for the ball, but then backed off. Share. Crossfield ball right to the feet of Lewis Hall, who brings it forward. Hall looks forward, see what's available, lays it to Joe Linton. Inside now to Willock, and it's back with Dan Byrne and across to Fabian Shares. Newcastle switch sides again.
Bournemouth a goal up at Molineux. Justin Clive penalty.
Oh. Tonali's sitting deep here, Billy. I don't even notice. Tonali seems to be playing in the 6.
Yeah, it looks like it, but whether they'll swap and change as the game goes, we'll see.
Because right now, Bruno's a lot. That's a poor pass by Fabian Schär, and it's put us in bother again. Sardo took a heavy touch, and Lewis Hall nipped in to win it back. Tonali then sweeps up for Newcastle and brings it forward, lays it to Joe Linton. Again, a couple of dodgy passes in the opening 5 minutes from Schär, Billy.
Yeah, it's systematic. He's doing it every week now.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, please don't ask for any streams. We can't give it, so it's pointless asking, guys. I do apologise. Gordon again, and he's lost the ball now. Mateta. Oh, that's not a foul. I mean, Scher's doing his job there, just sticking close to him. And of course, Mateta feels on... He knows Scher's right there, Billy, and falls to the floor.
Yeah, it's...
If anything, he's backing into Fabian, and Fabian's just standing his ground.
6 to 1.5 doesn't do, isn't it?
Yeah.
But nothing in it for me, that one.
Palace get on with it. And it's Chalobah with the ball now. Chalobah goes long, looking to the left-hand side. It's a terrible ball. Livramento picks it up, lays it to Schär. Schär, Gordon, first touch to Bruno. Oh, Bruno almost set Isak away.
Ooh.
Good defending by Palace, though. Lacroix brings it forward, and Lacroix taking on Tonali. Tonali's having none of that, though, and gets in the way and saves a corner and clears the ball. Great work from Sandro Tonali.
Brilliant.
I mean, Lacroix's a big bloke there, but here come Palace again with Chalobah. Played out to the right-hand side. Munoz crosses into the box. It's behind everybody, and Tonali gets it away, and Lewis Hall taking a battering in the far corner there, but came away with the ball. Joe Linton. Oh, that's a great ball to Gordon, but he can't. Gordon sort of stopped running there.
Yeah, if he'd have gone for it straight away,
he would have got there.
Yeah.
Here's Munoz again for Palace into Hughes. Hughes turns right on the centre halfway line. Lerma out now to Mark Gahey. Gahey brings it over the halfway line, lays it back to Lerma. Lerma, good pressure by Bruno there. Hughes now to Chalobah. Palace getting a bit of confidence here, Billy. Just
yeah, the central halves are pushing forward, aren't they? One of them is each time they come forward. So yeah, it's hard to kind of pick them up.
Yeah, Joe Linton, that's not a good header from Big Joe, and almost put us in trouble there. He headed, and Joe Linton, in fact, has gone down in the penalty area. Nobody's around him.
He's been down twice now.
Yeah, that's a worry. Isak, and he dribbles out a play, but he's caught by Munoz. Lacroix, and that's going to be... I don't know if he's given it... Well, now we've got Willock down, we've got Isak down, and we've got Joe Linton down.
Christ almighty. Wolves have equalised incidentally. Strand Larson and Gateshead are getting beat 1-0 by Braintree.
Well, Gateshead normally fall behind the comeback kings, them guys. Now that looks a foul on Isak. He got a nasty tick on the knee.
Hoofed on the knee, yeah.
I think the ball was already out though, Billy. That's the problem. He dribbled out a play. But Joe Linton is down here. Scher's pulling him back to his feet. Willock.
Joe Linton's been down twice. He was down about 30 seconds before that.
Oh, if Willock's got to go off here, Billy, I'm going to be fucking annoyed because he obviously was nowhere near fit enough to start the game.
He doesn't look too concerned, I've got to say.
Oh, I'm not sure, Billy. I'm not sure. This doesn't look good. I mean, if he's got to come off in the first 10 minutes of this game, it looks like he's going to, Billy, because
Willock's usually emotional about things, though, isn't he?
Oh, hang on a minute. He's changing his boot. What? It might not be an injury, guys. It's just that his boots probably don't fucking fit him.
You can tell by Willock's reactions. He's gone out with a pair of slippers on.
Clearly. He's felt that there's not much protection with the boots he's got on. The old gold Nike ones there, Billy, but he's changing them to all white. It'll be all white on the night, Billy.
It certainly will be.
But now we're temporarily down to 10 men. Bruno was just had a boot off a minute ago as well, but he's on there. Now, I'm not sure what the issue was with Joe Linton, but he didn't need any treatment. But we'll keep an eye on it, Billy, because as you say, he's been down twice now.
And he's down in his current. He looks all right at the minute.
Yeah. But Palace are having a bit more of the ball here all of a sudden. Lerma. And again, it goes wide looking for Munoz. Good header by Joe Linton, but it goes out for a corner kick. Well, I know he's given a goal kick. Munoz can't believe it. Well, I thought that came off Joe Linton's head, Billy. I don't know about you, but it looked clear off Joe Linton's head.
Yeah,
maybe not actually.
No, it got a second deflection off Munoz. Bournemouth are 2-1 up at Wolves now. Kirkes, of course, almighty. 8 minutes in, 2-1.
What a first 10 minutes that is.
And Gates have equalised at Braintree.
I told you. Don't write off the heat. Do not write off the heat, Billy. Anyway, Nick Pope with a goal kick for Newcastle. Out it comes. Looking for Isak. Lacroix beats him in the air, but Bruno takes up the pieces. Now Willock to Lewis Hall. Hall, not a great ball. Well, Joe Linton wasn't even looking, to be honest. And now Eze. Livramento backs off him. I'm not sure why he did that. Oh, great challenge, Fabian Schär. Tried to play, and we win a free kick. Tried to play the ball into Mateta, but Schär read it, Billy. That was better defending from Fabian.
A lot better. He's read the ball perfectly and just stretched out his foot and intercepted. Fantastic with the defending.
Yep, absolutely. So still goalless in the first 10 minutes here at Selhurst Park. You're watching Matchday live on the Toon Review. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel, and please do like if you're enjoying the commentary. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our second sister channel, the home of football, TTR Xtra. That link is pinned in the description at the top. So please go and subscribe to that, as we have live commentary of Liverpool Man City tomorrow at 4 o'clock, which should be a cracker. Now, Isak down the line for Gordon, his first real run at Gahey today. Good mates, of course, these two. Gordon still on the ball. Oh, that's tragic.
Oh, that's really poor.
I mean, it's a 2-yard pass, and he's given it straight away. And now Mateta on the break. He's got Dan Burn all over him. Mateta. Long, high ball towards the back post. Nick Pope collects it, though. But that's poor from Gordon, Billy.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't look right on that side of the pitch, does he? He really doesn't.
To me, he doesn't look right. Full stop at the minute. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I love Anthony Gordon. I love what he brings to the team, but he needs to step up. Here's Bruno. Livramento and Akers of space screaming for the ball. Bruno finally gets it, but Bruno put his arms out there as if to say, where's the front men making a run?
Yeah, I mean, Gordon's literally walking around on that far side at the minute.
A bit of frustration creeping into the captain there as he looked ahead of him and saw nothing at all. Now Livramento plays it into Isak. Isak does really well. In fact, he's fouled, but play goes on with Gordon down the right. Could have played Livramento in, and Gordon again gives it away again.
Has he got the right boots on? He got them on the right feet?
That's two horrific passes from Anthony Gordon. I'm sorry, but come on. I mean, Isak was wiped out there after he played that pass. But then Gordon had a chance to play Livramento in, Billy, and he ignored him, and then plays a pass inside to a Palace player.
Yeah, shocking.
Oh, dear. Anyway, Chalobah on the ball now for Palace. A good block by Joe Linton, and that's going to be a throw into Palace, just inside their own half. Isak is holding his right hip.
Yeah, he's not happy, is he, at all?
Well, it was a combination of Lacroix and I think Lerma colliding with him.
And the boot landed in his hip as well. So
way after the ball had gone, Billy.
Yeah.
Eze now plays it out to Chalobah. Chalobah to Munoz. Munoz inside to Chalobah again. Chalobah has Lacroix just outside their own penalty area now, Palace, and it goes all the way back to goalkeeper Henderson. And Isak, it didn't look right there when he tried to make a sprint to the goalkeeper and pulled up, Billy.
Part of the course, isn't it? Once Wilson's fit, the other one gets injured.
Yeah.
Just absolute part of the course. It's happened every single time.
Schär on the ball at the moment for Newcastle. Clips the ball out to this near side now for Lewis Hall. Hall back to Byrne. I don't see any Newcastle players warming up, Billy, which indicates that maybe he's just it's an impact thing.
Yeah.
And good running by Livramento to get round Eze. Now to Gordon. He goes all the way back to Shea and Dan Byrne. And again, Newcastle switch sides again with Lewis Hall now. Joe Linton took a bit of a heavy touch there and has to scurry back. Got to be careful here, Big Joe. Nice bit of skill. Gets the ball to Lewis Hall. Hall cuts inside now. And then rolls it back to Fabian Shea. Shea plays the long ball forward. That's a lovely ball out to Joe Linton now on the left-hand side. Joe Linton's got an overlap from Willock. Doesn't use him. Crosses in on his right foot. It's too deep for everybody. And we'll sail out for a goal kick to Palace. Billy?
It's very, very scrappy, isn't it, at the minute? Again, it's good stuff for the first 2/3 of the pitch. Final balls have been shocking so far. That one from Joe Linton. 2 or 3 from Gordon. It's not great. That's the forward 3, is it?
Isak's gone down now, so it looks like he needs treatment on that hip. But people are saying Gordon not happy about playing on the right side. That shouldn't matter. He's got a Newcastle United shirt on, and I'm sorry, but he had the chance to make a couple of simple passes there. Just gave the ball away numerous times. And you're on the pitch to play for Newcastle United, not sulk about it. So that may sound harsh, but he can play on the right. He's proved he can play on the right. He played on the right against Arsenal, put in a wonderful ball for Isak. So you can't tell me that, he can't play there, Billy.
Well, he can play there, but obviously he wants to be on the left where he can cut in and have shots at goal. When he was on the right, he has to go on the outside all of the time. Yeah, he's just not happy there, is he? He's just not happy there. And
this don't look good for Isak. I mean, he's stretching there. He didn't really get a lot of treatment there, Billy, so I'm not sure what's gone on there.
Magic sponge will be all right.
Magic sponge. Yeah, the good old magic sponge. Doesn't matter which part of the pitch you're standing on. A 5-yard pass is a 5-yard pass, says James. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Isak's walking off. He looks okay. Just having a word with the fourth official there. Get a little bit more treatment off the pitch. So we're down to 10 again. As Lacroix brings it away for Palace. Just gently strolling up the middle of the pitch here. Nobody going to him at all. He's up to the halfway line now. And now to Chalobah. Of course, he was once linked with Newcastle as well, was Chalobah.
Yep.
And he gives it inside again to Lacroix.
I think Lacroix was as well.
Yeah, Lacroix definitely was. I remember us doing a transfer show. Here's Lerma. Oh, it's not Lerma, it's Gay, sorry. Inside for Will Hughes. Out to Chalobah again. Palace just patiently building up here again. Munoz now on the right-hand side to Will Hughes. Hughes inside. That's a nice little bit of interchanging by Palace. Whip the ball in now. Dan Byrne gets his right boot to it. Newcastle win it back now with Bruno. And Lewis Hall sends one out to the right looking for Gordon again. But Gordon, well, I mean,
he's not going to win a head challenge with Mark Gay, is he?
No, but I'd like to see him go and try.
Again. Yeah. Gates would have fallen behind again.
Oh, they'll come back, don't worry. Now, a chance for Palace here. Eze, he took a poor touch.
And I
think the flag's gone up. No, it hasn't. It's a corner to Palace. Big chance for Eze there. I mean, everybody stopped. Fabian Scheer's furious with the linesman, putting his arms out, saying, how can you not give an offside there?
He has to be offside there.
I've just seen it again. Oh, he's not, Billy. I think he's level, when that ball's played. That's excellent defending by Fabian Scheer, though.
The ball wasn't played straight away, though, Paul. The ball was delayed slightly, and then he was offside.
It'd be interesting had the scored there to see what VAR would have done with that. God forbid. But it is a corner to Palace. And they've took it short. And in it comes now. And Nick Pope is safely under that one and says, thank you very much. Too deep for everybody, that cross. And Nick Pope kept his eye on that very, very well. And gets on with the game straight away to Fabian Scheer now. Rolls it out to Livramento. Livramento to Gordon. Gordon spins away from Will Hughes. I thought he was dragged back a bit there, and the referee agrees. Free kick to Newcastle.
Is he that back on yet? I mean, they haven't showed it, have they? It must be. Surely it's got.
I would assume so, Billy. I can't see anything over that far side now. He can't still be off the pitch. I mean, if he's still off the pitch, then I'd be a bit worried. Yeah, he's back on. I see him there. Oh, is that Willock? No, Isak's behind him. Definitely back on. Dan Burn has the ball for Newcastle. Just over 17 gone in this game. It's still goalless at Selhurst Park. No real goal opportunities for either side.
It's been a poor game.
It ain't been the best, has it? Livermore now.
3-1 up at Wolves now. Another penalty.
Jesus. Another penalty?
Yeah.
And again, not a great pass there. And it trickles out for a throw into Crystal Palace. Lacroix just seeing it out. I mean, we've offered nothing going forward so far, Billy. Absolutely zip in the first 20 minutes so far.
Really, really poor fare, to be honest. It's
It always is against Palace, though. I don't remember a good game at Selhurst Park against Palace.
No.
Anyway, they have a throw in, which Mitchell takes and cleared up the line. Not a great clearance, that. Gordon now has it, but he's given it away again. And Palace will break away again now. Good strength this by Palace, but that's well won back by Tonali. But Palace have the ball back with Lerma now. Into Eze. Eze has Mitchell outside of him. Mitchell goes for a long ball looking for Mateta, but it's nowhere near him. And Nick Pope collects. But again, another Palace break caused by Gordon, giving the ball away. And another simple pass, Billy.
It's just really poor, isn't it? I mean, it's not just Gordon, it's everyone. Everyone seems to be on the beach or something. I don't know.
It's not great so far. Joe Linton tackled there, and Lewis Hall tackled. Joe Linton's gone down holding his
arm, is he?
Left shoulder, I think it seems to be, just under the shoulder. And he's going to have to go down. And he's gone down right. He could have gone off the pitch, to be fair to Joe Linton there, but he's it's his shoulder. And this don't look too good either.
It's the way he fell, isn't it?
Let's have another look at it. Munoz tackles it. Well, didn't see much in that, Billy. I mean, it's a good tackle by Munoz. There doesn't seem to be a lot in that.
Oh, it's just a stretch, isn't it? It's a slight
stretch.
He's
slight, but he's in a lot of pain there, is Big Joe.
I mean, dislocations can happen at any given time, can't they?
Yeah. Billy, be careful because you keep sailing off behind me, mate, so we can't actually see you. That does not look right at all, by the way.
I wonder what facts of sun cream Will Hughes has to use.
I would think an extreme. Definitely something extreme, Billy. No doubt about that.
Okay, so they've equalised again.
I told you, man. Don't worry about it. When they go behind, they'll always come back.
Joe Grayson, Larry's lad.
I mean, there seems to be some better games going on around the UK than there is right here at Selhurst Park right now.
I mean, if he's got a bad shoulder, what the hell are they pulling him up by his arms for?
Well, they've just pulled him up by his fucking left arm.
I know.
I've never seen anything as stupid as that in my life. He's holding his left shoulder in agony. And they pull him up, and Isak's down again, guys. Isak's going off here. He's not.
This first half, it's never going to end.
It's a fucking disaster, this. Here we go again. As soon as Wilson's fit, Isak goes down injured. Unfucking believable. Hey, man, you couldn't write a script. And then you watch Joe Linton, who's writhing around in agony on his left shoulder, and they pull him up by his left arm. Well, it's going to be Barnes coming on.
Well,
so he's going to put Gordon up front when he's got two strikers on the bench.
Well, no, he might put Joe Linton up front, but Joe Linton's injured as well now.
Well, Gordon's looking around going, what the hell's going on here? You've got two strikers on the bench. Come on.
Well, he obviously doesn't think Wilson can last however long's left, 70 minutes. And
so put Asula on, and then if he's not performing, you've always got Wilson.
He doesn't trust Asula. Leicester won up at Brentford, by the way.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit is what I'm calling there. That's a shocking substitution. But Gordon will go and get a hat-trick now, so it'll throw egg in my face, I guarantee you.
I'm not sure Gordon's even going to go through the middle. Unless puts Joe Linton wide right and Gordon through the middle, maybe.
Well, Joe Linton's off the pitch at the minute.
He wants to come back on now, though. It's all right.
Yeah, but he's got to wait the 30 seconds once play starts, hasn't he? That's the official ruling, is it not?
I think it is, yeah.
So there we go. Isak's lasted 20 minutes. And Lewis Hall does well to win the ball. I'm just trying to work out positions here. As Lewis Hall goes down the left-hand side, but Lacroix gets across and wins. A great tackle, to be fair to Lacroix. He looks a player, him, Billy.
He does indeed, doesn't he? Max Holmes.
Yeah. So why don't you put Wilson on, Billy? And then if he can't last that long, then you've got Asula.
But if he comes on and gets injured, we're fucked altogether, ain't we? We ain't got any strikers then.
Then don't put him on the fucking bench, Billy. It makes no sense, man.
He's there to do 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, isn't he?
Oh, hey.
Anyhow, Joe Linton's back on now, and he's still on his side, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to work out where
Barnes
Barnes
to the right.
Well, the problem is this stands so friggin' small for cameras, Billy. We can't see a view of the pitch right now. It's down the line. Joe Linton down the left again. Cuts inside. A heavy touch, and Palace just get there. Munoz wins the ball, and he's now ended up with a very bad foot. There was a late challenge from Joe Linton, and I think he kicked the bottom of Joe Linton's studs, to be honest, but we'll see in a replay. We still don't know the positions. I don't know whether Gordon's moved into the middle. Barnes certainly not on the left, Billy.
No, he's definitely not. I mean, they're trying to get Joe Linton booked here. I mean, yeah, not a lot enough for me.
There's not. He's riding around in pain. I don't think there's a lot wrong with Munoz there. He doesn't even need the physio on. That's how bad he was injured when he's punching the floor like that. Get up, you tart. Anyway, Henderson. I'm still trying. I still haven't worked it out, Billy.
Well, the camera's views are shocking, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Right. Gordon's through the middle. Barnes on the right.
I mean,
that is. I'm sorry. You've got two strikers on the bench, Billy.
Well, Harvey Barnes ain't going to be able to cut inside, is he? He's got
Well, exactly.
I mean, same with Anthony Gordon. He's in the same boat, isn't he? I bet Gordon's glad to get in the middle, to be fair.
That is a bizarre sub, but I hope we end up with egg on our faces, Billy, as Newcastle come forward now with Livramento. Now Harvey Barnes down the right-hand side. Barnes on his right foot, skips into the penalty area. Great run by Barnes. Just pulled behind Anthony Gordon.
Ooh.
Or he was there for a tap-in. Brilliant run by Harvey Barnes. And now Tonali. Joe Linton back to Tonali again. Room on this right-hand side again. If Fabian Schär can see Livramento, he does, but it's played a very lazy pass that from Fabian Schär.
Yes, it was.
And it's took the sting out of the attack.
Brentford have equalised at home to Leicester.
Oh, Schär, man! Gordon Bennett! Terrible pass, but then he intercepts an awful pass from Munoz. This game is shocking, Billy.
This is one of the worst games I think I've ever seen.
Dear Christ.
Two ball men fighting over a cove, isn't it?
For fuck's sake, Paul, would you rather make one sub or three for Isak? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you make one sub, you bring a strike on for Isak, end of.
Yeah, we've got two strikers on the bench, man. That's what I'm saying.
I think he's agreeing with you. I think he's agreeing with you, to be fair.
I don't know. Make it sound a bit easier to understand. Ball down the left. Willock is going to keep this in play. No, he's not.
He could have done.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he could have there as well.
Why did they go with his right foot forward? He's strong. It's a little weird.
Incidentally, Matt Ritchie scored for Portsmouth.
He has indeed. That's Swansea. Unlucky Mason.
I mean, that was a terrible pass from Fabian Schär before, Billy, and then Munoz just sort of played a 1-2 to each other there, didn't it?
It's a dreadful, dreadful game. This is relegation fair. It's that bad.
He means if Wilson can't make the end of the game, we will need to sub him off as well. Yeah, put Asula on. What? He's a striker. We know that Gordon's not going to do much hold-up play or anything like that. It just. I mean, it's horseshit anyway. This game is absolute horseshit.
Well, the key is obviously to get the ball in the channel and let Gordon win past the defenders, and hopefully get people up there to join him. But I mean, we haven't really got that far yet, have we?
Yeah, Tonali, good ball in now for Gordon. Gordon, nice ball across to Willock. Willock now ahead to Joe Linton. Joe Linton's got plenty of people in the box. Lays it off to Lewis Hall. Hall back to Joe Linton. And again, Palace managed to get men behind the ball. Not a great pass from Joe Linton. It was a hospital pass for Tonali. And away come Crystal Palace now. And Eze really didn't want to get involved in that challenge with Anthony Gordon there. And it goes out for a throw into Palace.
Well, Anthony Gordon looks a bit more infused now. He's playing for the middle, I have to say.
Mitchell now for Palace. Sorry, Gahey. Back to Lacroix. And now to this near side. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. What the F is going on? Seriously. Well, I mean, what does it say to Will Asula, Billy?
Well,
I mean, it can't do him any good when he's seeing Isak's down, Wilson's on the bench, and he still doesn't put him on. He brings Barnes on. I mean, if that's going to deflate a player, exactly, what's the point?
You might as well put Flaky Target on the bench, mightn't you? You might as well.
Yeah. Again, a bit of lazy from him, and Newcastle get the ball back. Harvey Barnes to Livramento. Back to Cher. Cher plays the ball forward, clipped into Bruno. Bruno has gone to the floor, down injured. No fouls as the referee.
That is without doubt a foul.
Well, not according to the referee. And it's now Chalobah. Back to Lacroix. Please do keep subscribing if you're new to the channel, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Matchday Live on the Toon Review. We're coming up to half an hour gone in what has been a truly awful game of football so far. And it's still goalless at Selhurst Park. Keep giving it the like as well, guys, if you are enjoying the commentary. And, of course, subscribe to our second channel, TTR Xtra, the home of football, where we've got Premier League commentary for you tomorrow. That link is pinned at the top of the description.
The one thing we do get with Anthony Gordon going for the middle is a proper press.
Yeah, we do. He will go for the goalkeeper. He's done that quite a lot when he's been up front this season. Dan Burn now plays it out to Lewis Hall on this near side. Hall into Joe Willock. Willock spins, does well. Hall clips it back. That's not a great ball, intercepted, but there's Tonali again. He's done well, Tonali, Billy.
Yes,
he's intercepted the ball at some really good times.
Yeah, he's just mopping up. He really has.
Eze has it now for Palace. Dinks around Bruno. He's got Mitchell out there, but he decides to hang on to it himself. A lot of space for Chalobah here. Chalobah may fancy a goal here. He does, and it's just over the bar. First shot in anger, I think we've seen in the game in the first half an hour, Billy.
Yeah, not a bad effort at all, but just always going over the bar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brentford are now 2-1 up against Leicester.
Lots of goals going in, but not at Selhurst Park.
I mean, how much injury time are we going to have in this game at the end of this first half? It's going to be 10 minutes.
Well, there'll be a few, I would imagine, Billy. Isak's been down a couple of times. Joe Linton, of course. I mean, I still can't believe what I saw there, where Joe Linton's rolling around in agony on his left shoulder, and they pull him up on his left arm.
Here's a question for you. Hibs scored.
Sorry, Billy. One attempt on goal by either side, and that was just that shot by Palace in the first half an hour. Dreadful.
Hibs have scored a goal. Junior Hoylett.
Is he still playing?
Well, when did he stop being
Palace
junior?
are in here. Munoz. Chance! Oh, what a save, Nick Pope! What a superb save with his legs. He was going the wrong way. The offside flag's up, but he wasn't to know that. That's a brilliant save, Billy.
Unbelievable save. Unbelievable save. That man right to make it.
He was diving to his right and then managed to hook his leg back to make the save, but the offside flag went up. Munoz ball in.
Playing round us, aren't they?
Wow, dear me. Keith Truscott, thank you for another super chat. Don't think I've ever seen us so disjointed. I mean, Palace are a poor side. And
Mateta was offside because he ran in front of Pope.
Yep.
Anyway, Junior Hoylett, when does he stop being junior? He's got to be 50 years of age.
I know, it's a strange name to have. He's been around for years, hasn't he?
He hasn't he?
I mean, I remember him being he's been at Sunderland, he's been at Middlesbrough, Blackburn. He's had a lot of clubs. I think he was at Forest as well. But here's Harvey Barnes now for Newcastle, having a run at Gahey. Barnes, still Barnes. Lays it off to Livramento now. Livramento inside. Good ball to Joe Willock. Willock, that's a free kick, referee. Brilliant little nutmeg. And
he can't be injured because of that, surely.
No.
No,
Mitchell brought him down, but this is a good position for a free kick, Billy.
Well, you'd think so.
Lovely little nutmeg by Willock. And, yeah, Mitchell just sticks his left leg out. Come on, Joel. You're not injured there, mate. Dear me. Come on. Nothing in that. But this is a really good position, and it's our first real set piece of the game, Billy. Mango Warrior has gifted 10 Toon Review memberships. Thank you so much, Mango Warrior. That's very, very kind, matey. Thank you so much for that. Henderson, well, there's a wall there. I mean, Gordon and Hall are over this ball here.
Well, it's an in-swinger from Hall or an out-swinger from Gordon, not the question.
It's going to be Lewis Hall, in-swinger, to the back post, headed away. That's a goal kick, says the referee. Well, Bruno must have headed that well wide of the post. Just seen it again here. It was well, he slipped, didn't he? There, Bruno, and it did come off the back of his head and out for a goal kick.
Well, to actually get in the air to that, didn't he?
He did. He lost his balance just as Lewis Hall connected with the ball. But we are still goalless here at Palace as the Palace crowd. I can see a megaphone there, and they do make a good atmosphere. The Palace Ultras, don't they? They do sing and make a noise.
A few rattles.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Leicester's the worst for that, though. Christ on a bike. Honestly, when I went there a couple of seasons ago, I thought I was losing my soul, Billy. It was that
What's
bad.
That?
That wasn't great from Willock, but he's done well to win the ball back from Chalobah. Lays it in now to Bruno. Bruno brings it forward. Tonali back to Bruno. Livramento again screaming for the ball on the right, but he lays it off to Lewis Hall and now Dan Burn.
Momentum's gone.
Yep. I mean, this is the problem. We suddenly get on the attack and then we go backwards and the momentum's lost, and Palace are then able to regroup and get men behind the ball, Billy.
Yeah, it's pretty poor, isn't it? Let's be honest, it's really poor fare. This is as bad as we played against West Ham.
Well, so far, no attempts on goal from Newcastle yet. Joe Linton has the ball. 33 minutes gone in the game. 0-0. Bruno now. Cutting across field again. Short ball to Fabian Schär. Schär has Harvey Barnes outside of him. Barnes cuts inside to Dan Burn, but he's been closed down very quickly by Sarr. And now Schär, good ball to Lewis Hall. First time into Gordon. That's better from Newcastle. Now outside to Joe Linton. Joe Linton down the line. It's too heavy for Willock, that, and that's going to run out of play for a goal kick.
The final ball every time. It's shocking, isn't it? Really, really bad.
Yeah.
It's a nice spot.
I think we've actually got a corner there, Billy. I think it just clipped Lacroix before it went out to play. Just having another look at it now.
It was a nice passage of play, wasn't it? But the ball was over here, and he has kicked it. Yeah,
it was a corner. Yeah, it is a corner. But again, Billy, we talk about the final ball, the final, that cutthroat ball.
It's been dreadful.
But anyway, Anthony Gordon will take this corner. First one of the game for Newcastle United. Let's see where this can go. And the referee now coming over because the ball is, the ball is over the white line. Oh, this is pathetic. I mean, what's an inch going to do? Well, I'm not going to mention that because you're on the show, Billy, but that's just pathetic, that.
That's just really pernickety refereeing, isn't it?
Oh, mental. Anyway, Gordon's corner comes in. It's a decent corner, but well headed away. And I think it was Gahey that got to that. In fact, it's not. It's Lerma. And Lerma does really well. And Palace could be on the break if they play it right here. Eze, Hughes, they are breaking. And very quickly, we don't have a left back there. Livramento's come across. Palace are in. Palace have missed a golden opportunity to go ahead. It's Munoz who's put it wide from about a yard, Billy. How's he missed that?
He's been fantastic to get from defence into the attack. But he's got to score there. I mean, once again, we're carved open by our own corner. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
He's gone with his left foot now, Billy. He's prominently right-footed, of course. But he's on the 6-yard line. That's a tap-in. How have we got away with that?
I mean, Nick Pope's done well to actually get out to the near post and make himself look big, but he's got to score that.
He's completely sliced it, hasn't he?
He's got to score that. That's ridiculous.
Dear me.
Got away with all that.
We certainly did. I mean, I thought Eze was trying to be a bit cheeky with his little flick to Will Hughes there. It almost didn't come off. And then, of course, Hughes plays a beautiful ball down the line and they're away. Henderson has it for Palace and he launches the ball forward looking for Mateta. Fabian Schär deals with him and the ball bounces down. Tonali will get there first. Tonali now to Joe Linton. Turns ball inside for Bruno and Bruno back to Nick Pope. Almost mishit that ball back to Pope there, Billy.
He did, yeah. Shinned it, didn't he?
Heart in mouth stuff. Anyway, 36 coming up to 36 and a half gone, Billy. It's still goalless and it's still awful.
Yeah, we should be behind. Let's be honest. We should now be behind because that chance was. I mean, you're going to say it's a point. It's going to be a massive XG. That is. Good grief. That's going to be bigger than a penalty almost.
Yeah. Anyway, Lewis Hall has the ball in a bit of space now to bring it forward. Hall now to Joe Linton. Joe Linton inside for Gordon, who's basically now in his own half doing a Harry Kane here. Trying to get involved in the game and get on the ball as much as he can. Share now. And again, there just seems to be a lack of options here. Share's had to go all the way back to Pope.
Awful, isn't it?
Oh, my God. Lewis Hall now. Good ball into Willock. Willock, nice spin. Lacroix tries to stay with him. Willock, but they just...
Send him. Come on, Joe.
It's got to be better than that. I mean, when players are making runs, Billy, the guys on the ball don't seem to be able to find them. That's an awful ball from Chalobah. I don't know who he was aiming for, but then a terrible ball from Bruno.
Oh, dear me.
Again, a final ball to play somebody in just goes awry. Dear me.
Absolutely shocking, this. Absolutely shocking.
Lerma now for Palace. Out to Mitchell. Okay, he will go back to his goalkeeper, Henderson. And now Chalobah, who made that awful pass before, and Bruno just had to play. Oh, how will let Will Hughes get out of there? Dear me. Mateta does well.
He did well, to be fair to him.
Yeah. And now it's Munoz with a throw for Palace. And thrown into Sarr. Sarr barged off the ball by Bruno. Free kick to Palace.
Silly free kick, that one.
Yeah, dangerous situation. This to give away a free kick. This isn't good enough at the minute, Billy. I mean, the players that we have on the pitch, I mean, they should be playing better football than this. There's just nothing in this game here. We haven't even had a shot in anger yet.
It's been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. There's no substance to how we're playing the game. Obviously, with these going off, it's going to make it harder for us. But still, the final ball has been absolutely dreadful.
Yeah.
No substance, no style, no plan. I mean, we're on about plan B. We don't seem to have a fucking plan A today.
Yeah, there's nothing there at the minute. Anyway, Palace have a free kick. Eze is going to take this. Well, Hughes is over it as well. I presume Eze will take it. And he floated to the back post. Header in, and it's gone wide. I think had that gone in, Billy, there was about 6 Palace players offside there.
Yeah, but again, he's got his header in and no one's defending it, are they? It's concerning.
Yeah. Very concerning. I think it's Lacroix that got his head on it, but I don't think he saw the ball till late. Here's Barnes. Ball into Bruno. Bruno back to Barnes. Barnes fires a cross in, and Henderson. But again, there's no Newcastle players there. Henderson does well to hang on to it. Barnes does the right thing and drills the ball across, but there's nobody there.
Yeah, he's expecting a push out, isn't he? And just didn't come, but Henderson's too good for that. So, it ain't the greatest ball from Barnes, to be honest.
Too close to the keeper, wasn't it, when you look at the replay? Five minutes to go till half time, but there will be, I would imagine, quite a bit of injury time at the end of this first half. As he does well there, gets past two players' challenges, then clips it up towards Sarr. It was a very lazy ball, that by Eze. He does look lazy sometimes, doesn't he? I mean, Billy, I can't see you. You're right behind me now. Well, that wasn't great from Chalobah. Henderson comes out. That was an awful header by Chalobah. I don't know what he was doing there. Narek, thank you for your super chat. Bruno, Willock, and Big Joe not up for it today.
They're not the only ones, Narek. They're not the only ones.
No, it's poor. Dan Byrne now. And he skew whiffs a pass to Share, which goes to Nick Pope. Completely sliced that with his right foot. And I did. Anyway, Share with another long ball out to absolutely nobody but a Palace player. And that's good work by Bruno, though, to win it off Sarr. Bruno into Anthony Gordon. Gordon now out to Barnes. A couple of late challenges there, but we still have it. Barnes with a cross. There's nobody there. Munoz heads it away. That will trickle for a corner.
Yeah, maybe we'll get people in the box now.
I mean, that's a good ball by Harvey Barnes, Billy. It's a really good ball into the box.
It was a good ball, yeah. It was a good ball.
Anthony Gordon comes across to take the second corner of the game for the Toon. Johnson Street says this is why Longstaff plays. Excuse me, but this it would be even worse. Anyway, here comes the corner from Gordon again, very deep to the back post, headed away again by Palace. Joe Linton does well to keep a hold of the ball. Now Lewis Hall, he puts a cross in, headed away again by Palace. A little bit of pressure here from Newcastle at the end of the first half. Livramento now driving down towards the byline, slides it in. It wasn't a great ball that for Joe Willock, but we get another corner out of it. I mean, I think had Munoz actually left that, Billy, that would have ran out for a goal kick.
Yeah, he would have, yeah.
But I don't think he could have took the chance. He didn't realise that Willock was a good yard behind him. But it is going to be another corner. Can we look some sort of threat from this corner here? It's a short one to Willock. Back to Gordon. Gordon now. Very deep cross, but Dan Burn is unmarked. Heads it back across goal. Palace in a bit of a pickle, and then Will Hughes manages to clear the ball. But where's the challenge from Newcastle players?
Yeah,
it's offside anyway.
Yeah. Load of shit.
DJ Ellison, thank you for your super chat. No shots still, and it's almost half time. Is this a fitting response to Monday? Can't attack, can't defend. I'm bored of watching. It's painful. I'm not sure where the offside was there, Billy, to be fair.
Yeah, it's Burn, but it's not interfering with play.
He wasn't even near the ball.
No, absolutely not.
Anyway, Henderson with a goal kick for Palace. Burn is underneath this. Takes out Joe Linton again, who's gone down. I think he's took a bang in the head this time, Joe Linton. He's had a bit of a rough first half, Big Joe. And he's back on his feet. And the referee telling him that he needs the physio on. Joe Linton got up, but the referee made the physio. I presume because it's a head injury, Bill.
Yeah, head injury, yeah.
Yep. But now that means Joe Linton's got to go off the field. Oh, Dan Burns' hip colliding with the back of Joe Linton's head there. But he's had no treatment, but the referees, of course, have got to make him go off, which Joe Linton is fuming about. I mean, just go off, Joe. You know the rules, mate. Just go off. Nothing we can do. Chalobah for Palace now. Inside to Lacroix. Lacroix to Gehi. Gehi in turn to Mitchell on the far side. Back to Mark Gehi now. And now Mitchell again. And now good interception by Livramento, but then he's blocked off. Free kick to Newcastle.
Oh, dear me.
That's obstruction if I've ever seen it, Bill.
I think he's had a good first half, Livramento.
Yeah, he's looked good. He hasn't had a lot to do defensively on that side. I mean, I thought we would have seen more from Eze. 5 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half, guys. 5 minutes. And we're back in play now with Dan Burn. To share. He's been closed down by Eze. Now Tonali in a bit more space. Playing in a very deep position, Tonali, today. Now Willock.
I think he's been very disciplined. I think he's done a lot of mopping up. I think he's done a lot of work.
He's intercepted loads of passes and broke up Palace's play really well. But of course, that won't get noticed because it's the dirty work that Tonali's doing. Spike Milligan, thank you for your super chat. We are going backwards, piss poor. Well, we're on the attack here. Fabian Scher out Livramento now. Out to Barnes. Oh, Livramento. Just as we praise him.
Cool.
Just as we praise him, he can't hit a 3-yard pass.
I'm not sure this is... I mean, Harvey Barnes must have known the ball was going there.
Yeah, but he plays it 2 yards in front of him, Billy. I mean, he's got... You should be passing to people's feet there. It's because you give him the kiss of death, Billy. Just admit it.
The kiss of death.
Yes, the kiss of death. My name is Quith Eubank. I boxed for money. Long ball by Eze over the top. Mateta after this. Pope comes out and clears. And, well, that's into the stands. Had a throw into Crystal Palace. Boy, this has been bad, Billy.
If anybody's struggling with insomnia, just get a look at this game because you'll be off to sleep before you know it.
Yeah. And we actually should be 1-0 down, in fairness. Munoz missed an absolute sitter at the back post. on the 6-yard line and managed to put it wide. But here's Eze for Palace. And now Mitchell. Looking to get a ball into Mateta, but it's deflected off Livramento. And Palace have a corner in injury time here at the end of the first half, Billy. We need to defend this.
Yes. Everyone marked. We seem to be using this zonal marking system, but you've got to get your head to the ball before they do. Simple as that.
Yeah. Just under 3 minutes left of the additional time. Eze will take the corner for Palace. Some big men up there for Palace. In it comes. And it's flicked on and it's wide. And I think it was Lacroix, but it's another corner. I thought Lacroix headed that wide there, but we'll see another look at it. Came off Joe Linton. Keith Truscott, another super chat. Thank you, mate. What's the odds long shite for Tonali? If he does, I'll go mental. I swear to God.
Won't be past him.
Yeah, but Tonali's done really well in this first half. He's broke up so much of Palace's play.
I totally agree. He's been fantastic. Well, say fantastic. He's done a really performance.
Yeah, fantastic's a word that we cannot use for this game so far, Billy. Anyway, Will Hughes is going to take the corner on the other side. Drifted in, bounces through everybody and goes out for a goal kick. Nobody got a touch on that. That was begging for. If you're a Palace player there, Will Hughes, you're just begging for somebody to get on the end of that.
That's an outstanding corner. Yeah, it really is a good corner. That.
Well, the Lacroix went up and completely missed the ball.
Well, they're asking for a handball, are they? Maybe not.
And now Graham Jones in discussion with Eddie Howe.
This seems to be a new thing, doesn't it?
It does. But I'll just reiterate, Billy, we have not had a shot again in this first half. Not a shot.
No, it's been dreadful.
And now it's with Lewis Hall. Hall's got Sarr all over the back of him. And again, we have to go back to Nick Pope. Final minute of injury time at the end of the first half. Fabian Schär being pushed back. And again, Gahey just steps up and intercepts the ball. And it's a throw to Newcastle deep in our own half.
Steve Lalevo, as a manager, I've been sacked at
yeah. I saw that, yeah. Here's Harvey Barnes. Oh, Harvey Barnes decides to just leave the ball and let it roll out for a throw in. He went to chest the ball down, Billy, and then he just moved out the way.
Honestly, don't know what I'm watching here.
No. It's painful.
It's certainly not football, is it?
It's painful. I would rather shave my face with a rusty razor right now, Billy.
Well, at least we're not losing.
Well, yeah, we could have been. As the halftime whistle thankfully blows, it is 0-0 at Selhurst Park. Billy, I will ask you to sum up that first half, but I guess it won't take you very long.
No, one word. That's absolute shit. That's 2 words.
Yeah.
It's been dreadful. We've looked at, we've tended okay.
Yeah.
Tonali's been pretty solid in front of the back four. But we've not created any chances. Crosses have been awful. Final ball's been dreadful. Should be 1 down because we've got cut apart by a counter attack from our own corner, which we've seen happen on countless occasions. And if it wasn't for Munoz basically missing an open goal, we should be 1 down. But it's been an absolute pile of dog do from minute 1 to minute 45.
Oh,
dreadful.
Indeed. Dog do has been very kind, Billy Trey. It has been very kind. It is 0-0. Billy, I need to nip to the old gentleman's room. So if you want to just take over for a bit, bud.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, let's do some comments, shall we? Yeah. Paul Sprague thinks he's got 1-0 all over it. It should be 1-0 now, Paul, to be fair. Eden Terzic is waiting in the wings. Well, we'll have to kind of wait for that, I guess. But if we're not losing the game, he's not going to get sacked. Simple as that. Claire, quite right. Dreadful first half. Stepping it up says we're playing against ourselves, playing like this. I agree. Mango Warrior says painful. Holly says hopefully a better second half. Well, let's be honest, it couldn't be any worse. Couldn't be any worse. What else we got? 1 shot in 45 minutes, says Mr. Skiller. And I can't even remember that, to be honest. Been dreadful. James says at least we haven't conceded. No, but we should have done. Yeah, we should have done, really. Kyle says, think how Tom is done. The players aren't playing for him. His substitutions are pointless, and we have zero style of play. That's the worrying thing for me. There's no style, no substance, no plan A. Certainly not a plan B because there's no plan A. Here's Stato. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. Yes, it does. Hi, Stato. What are your thoughts on the first half, mate?
Need to sort my headphones out.
Okay. Let's do a couple more comments then. Nearly as entertaining as Jake Paul v Mike Tyson. Well, yeah. It's been absolutely dreadful. Who the fuck's this? Says Isaac's fault, but Eddie will get it. Well, Isaac was injured, so I'm sure I can blame him.
All right. Sorted. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can, mate. What's your thoughts on that dreadful first half?
Oh dear. Well, I mean, at least we're not behind. At least we've not conceded. But yeah, that was poor. It was poor. Considering we've changed quite a few things tactically and a couple of personnel changes, it's still the same. Either it's Livramento with a dinked cross, or we're trying those same crosses when the box is already quite packed. There's only been one that was even close, which Gordon was kind of ready for. There's not been anything. We've had one shot on target, not even on target. We've had one shot. I don't even know if it was on target. 57% possession. It didn't help that in the first 15 minutes, everybody was just constantly going down, whether it was Isak or Willock or Joe Linton. We got no momentum going. Yeah, we've really struggled. There's been a couple of occasions where Bruno and Tonali together have helped us build a bit quicker, and then we slow down when we get to their box. We slow down and work the opportunity out wide. But by that point, they've packed bodies in the box. Early doors, Joe Linton got close at the back post to winning the aerial duel, but wasn't close enough. Yeah, but Palace have probably had the better of the chance. Well, definitely had the better of the chances.
But it should have
we
scored,
need to make something else happen. Well, yeah, definitely. We need something else. We really do. Hence my thoughts on maybe Kieran Trippier could do something a bit different. I appreciate Livramento's a good player and he's not doing anything obviously wrong. But something needs changing. Something else needs to happen here. In terms of options off the bench, obviously Barnes is already on the pitch now, so we've got Wilson to make a difference. The right wingers that most people don't like anymore. What is there? There's not really a lot we can tweak.
What did you think of the substitution, Stasso, when Isaac went off?
Fucking bollocks is what it was.
Well, I mean, it was just Barnes, wasn't it? I mean, I wouldn't say it was the incorrect substitution. Wilson's not ready to start yet. Clearly, we don't want to get him re-injured. Eddie, obviously, that's why we brought Bunce into the club to try and get more out of players and not get them re-injured.
And why have Asula on the bench, Alex, if he's not going to use him?
Well, he's probably there as a last case resort, isn't he? And Barnes is a lot more experienced and older, Premier League proven, 4 goals this season. That's why he brought Barnes on. Put Gordon up front.
I'm going to join the gentleman's room. I'll be back in a minute.
No bother. We've got a few super chats to go through as well. Let me just find the right place here. Keith Truscott, thank you. Difficult to have shots on target when we don't have a striker on the field. Not like we don't have any available. Mango Warrior, thank you for a super sticker. And then another super chat. Typical game against Palace this. Need Asula on for holding. He's tall, he's fast, he's helpful for Gordon and Barnes for wing play and Longstaff on run around. Let's not mention Sean Longstaff. I don't think the game needs him. David, thank you for your super chat. If Wilson's not ready, let's get Asula on, please. PD Proudlock, who's been a member on the channel now for 13 months. Thank you, buddy. 0 shots on target against a team in the bottom 3 is an absolute joke. The only positive about this game is being on the Budweiser. Well, if you put it together, it's now 90 minutes since we've had a shot on target because we didn't have one on against West Ham in the second half. Terrible. Tomio, thank you for your super chat. I was always hesitant about the Isak signing due to him not being physical enough for the goon defenders in this league. And Mango Warrior says, another one, thank you, mate. I know this is not what I should say, but I think he should take off Bruno and whack on Longstaff. Give that a try. Other than that, might watch paint dry.
I'm not sure that's going to get us forward anymore and get anything happening. It's the front line. It's so static. And this is what I mentioned before you just came back on, Paul. Is sometimes we're getting attacks going quite quickly through Tonali, may I add, who's been really good so far. I think, obviously, trying to be quite disciplined.
Yeah, we said that in the first half, Alex. He's breaking the play up well. He's doing the things that people don't necessarily notice.
Yeah, his out of possession stuff's really, really tidy. He's very settled. He's being careful when Bruno goes or doesn't go. He's doing really, really well. He's not trying to play overcomplicated passes, but when he sees an opportunity, his 1-2s and stuff to relieve pressure is really, really nice as well. We could do with maybe using him a little bit better, but it's the fact that we're building attacks quickly through them and then we're slowing it down.
Yeah,
and this is what I just mentioned to Billy. We're forcing the ball out wide and slowing it down. And then giving Palace an opportunity to pack their box with all their players and their 3 centre halves. Similarly to what we've just tried to do against West Ham. I don't. I mean,
they are an extremely poor side, Palace. They do not look a good side, and we just look just ranked bad. A few more super chats. Mango Warrior again with another super chat. He says, "I think it's a I don't know whether he's taking the piss or not here. I think it's a game for Longstaff. He runs for the ball and he can change the game. Haha, no disrespect. I think you're pulling our leg." Alexander, thank you for your super chat. Trips for Tino. Tino has been very chaotic. I thought Tino's been fine. Nick Thornton, thank you for your Sunday League tactics and in-game management. And Keith Truscott says, looking at replays, we should be 2-0 down. We are lucky not to be losing this game. I 100% agree with that. Chris at Evermore says, if he'd actually had Miley on the bench, then he could come on for Bruno, who can't pass wind today, but he didn't. Another mistake from St. Eddie.
I don't think Bruno's doing anything massively wrong either. I think
he's not in the game enough, Alex. I think these are big players who've got to be in the game more. They've got to start standing up here, Alex. Surely.
No, I think we've got a completely disjointed team. I think the balance is completely off, as Eddie Howe likes to describe about balance of a team. I think we've got a bunch of players in the attacking line who want to run into space and open up and drive and have quick 2 or 3 pass counter attacks. And we're not playing that way. We're doing a slow build up and pushing it out to the wings and getting it to the byline. Why are we doing that when we've got players like Willock? Obviously, Isak's gone off. We've got Gordon, players who want to do quick combinations and get forward and run into space. And we're not playing that kind of football. Tonali and Bruno are starting that bit, and then we're just slowing it all down. I don't quite understand what we're trying to achieve. I don't understand the build-up and the system. We're trying to brute force it, whatever we want to call it, with just cheeky little dinks to the back post. Fine. Joelinton might win one of them today and we get a goal from it and everybody's going to go, woo! But it's a long shot. It really is. Well, one of these cutbacks is going to find someone, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, Ian's mentioned Willock here. I mean, Willock hasn't been in the game at all for me. And I think he's right. He needs to get...
Willock and Joelinton have been in each other's shoes.
Yeah.
They're taking each other's space up and they're both kind of nullifying each other.
David with another super chat. Asula hat-trick, I swear, give him a chance. Alexander Allard, thank you for yours. I'll fly back and show these boys how to be physical. Absolute garbage link up. Gilly or Jilly has gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you very much for that. And another super chat from Mango Warrior. Bring back John Carver football. Haha, I'm joking. Well, if we don't laugh, we cry, which is the situation right now.
From John Carver football, what we've seen in that first half.
Dan H says, Eddie deserves panning. Our record against the so-called weaker teams is poor and always has been under Howe. And that can't just be about transfers. Listen, we said at the start of this show that 11 that he's put out today, we cannot complain about. It's what happens with that 11. And quite frankly, if that's our best 11, I am bloody worried. I mean, it's not our best 11 because Botman's not in it, but you know what I mean. It's worrying if that's one of our strongest 11s.
Not far fit, but it's the style we're playing. We have no plan A, so we've definitely not have a plan B. There's no style, there's no substance. Everything's just going through the motions for me.
Annabelle Lecter says, sorry, Alex, but Gordon for Isak is not the answer. You say experience. He's not an experienced centre forward.
No, that's not what I said at all. You're completely mincing my words. I stated that he's obviously brought Barnes on as a general substitution, as one of the more experienced attackers in the squad who is fully fit. That's my point. So don't insert random things that I didn't say into there. I agree. I don't understand having Osula in every single matchday squad if he's not trusted in situations like this. It is a little bit strange. Like Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall was omitted for large parts of last year, but he wasn't even in matchday squads. So that was a little bit different.
I mean, I don't know what message it sends to Will Osula, to be honest, when we're in this situation and he's still sitting on his arse.
He's clearly got a plan for him. There have been conversations. He's not just because you can't. We've had so many situations where we've needed a striker to come on and he doesn't call Will Osula over. He's obviously had to have that conversation because Will Osula seems like quite he's not mouthy. That's probably the wrong word. He's a very confident young man. We've seen him talking in front of the cameras and stuff quite a bit in some of the videos. And I can imagine he's definitely asked kind of, why am I not trusted to go on? Definitely. But this game is absolutely crying out for Callum Wilson because we need a linchpin, somebody with a bit of experience and physicality. I get that Callum might be past it in certain aspects of his game at sort of a level that we want to be, top 6 or pushing European football. But we just need a general experienced striker who's going to do the right things, give or take. So Wilson's got to come on as soon as possible in this second half for me.
I agree. I'd have Wilson at half time and take Willock off for him.
Yeah.
Put Gordon back on the left or Barnes back on the left, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And Joe Linton through the middle.
Yeah. Joe Wilkinson, thank you for gifting a Toon Review membership. That's very kind. Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chat. Alex, everything you just mentioned points the fingers at how. Getting it wrong on the training ground and tactically wrong today. Keith Truscott, thank you for another one. Last time I see us being this lethal, Steve Bruce was in charge. What's going on? And Colorado Magpie asking what Osula's wages are. Not very much. Alex, the players are coming back out. Will you join us at full time?
Possibly. Very busy today. I'll try my best.
All right, man. See you soon.
See you guys.
See you later.
Well, that was Alex. And now by the power of Grayskull. Do you remember that, Billy?
I do. He-Man.
Chapjaw. Yes, and then if I flick that button there, Billy then appears behind me, and then we press that button there, and there we go. Fantastic. Beautiful,
seamless.
Anyway, seamless, yes. Which we can't say that it was seamless on Monday night. We were all out of the shop, but we got there in the end, Billy Trey. That's the main thing. But now we are getting used to the new system.
No changes anyway. Second half looks like.
No, there isn't.
Went for the 3-1 up against Leicester. They scored in the 53rd minute of the first half.
Jesus. Dear me. Who knew Brunku? Got some more super chats to go through. Mango Warrior. How do you see the transfer window going? Who do we get in and who do we sell? Well, we'll see. Yvonne says, I'm still believing. How are the lads? You go for it, Yvonne. You go for it. We're about to start the second half, guys. Let's see what this brings us. Anthony Gordon's clapping his hands and, trying to G the players on. And we're just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle, and we will get the second half underway. The referee just sort of counting everybody, making sure the right amount of players are on the pitch. Come on, get on with it. And we're underway. Here we go. Second half, Billy. Well, let's see what happens. Palace 0, Newcastle 0. You're watching Matchday Live here on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Please do keep subscribing if you're new to the channel and you like what you see. We do have a sister channel as well, which is called TTR Xtra. That is our home of football channel, where we'll bring you loads more football shows away from Newcastle United. And of course, please do hit that like button for us. It really does help our channel grow. Thank you in advance for all that, guys. And of course, don't forget to check out our sponsors, Mamaroo Records. If you can't get the Whitley Bay to go in the shop, please do check their website out. That's pinned at the top of the description as well. Just to mention the TTR Xtra tomorrow, 3:45, we've got live commentary of Liverpool against Manchester City from Anfield. That should be a cracker. It was certainly a better game than what we're watching now, really.
Definitely.
However, at the minute, there's nothing happening, funny enough. We're just passing it across the back four at the minute. Livramento now back to Fabian Schär. And this time he goes long, looking for Joe Linton, but Munoz does well to beat him. But Willock does well to flick it now onto Joe Linton. Joe Linton now turns. Willock makes a good run down the left, but Joe Linton cuts inside. Terrible ball for Livramento, but Eze couldn't hang on to it, and it's back with Fabian Schär now. Schär. Harvey Barnes. Give it in, man! Livramento made a great run, and now Tonali gives it away. And Eze somehow... I mean, Livramento made a brilliant run there. Barnes just play him in, for Christ's sake.
We saw the other side of the pitch as well. We saw Willock make a good run, and Joe Linton totally ignore him. They're making good kind of runs and just not being passed to. Incidentally, Chris Wood scored 5 just for a change.
Ah, okay.
Penalty.
Well, I think you've had more entertainment reading out the scores so far, Billy, than...
I'd have more entertainment reading out the pissing phone directory.
Well, yeah.
Well in Barnes.
Yep, that's better. Now Bruno. Not a great ball again. Again, it's the final ball, Billy, playing somebody in. It's not there. And now it's with Lerma for Palace. Back to Chalobah. Chalobah goes long, looking for the run of Sarr. Not a great touch that by Lewis Hall. And that was terrible from Lerma. And, well, Joe Linton goes down. And Will Hughes is going to pick the pieces up for Crystal Palace. Munoz goes wide of him. Makes an overlap and run. Nice play by Palace. It's Munoz first time into the box. Oh, Livramento's completely sliced it. And luckily for us, Nick Pope grabs the ball ahead of Mateta. What on earth was that?
We're not going to claim that as a back pass, surely to God.
Oh, Christ, no.
If you could do that on purpose, you'd have 100 million caps.
Barnes has made a great run back to Livramento, but Will Hughes is there to sweep up the pieces for Palace, and it's cleared out. And it'll be a Newcastle throw-in just inside the Palace half. I mean, Mateta didn't really challenge Nick Pope there, did he? Just let Pope climb above him to collect the ball.
He should have done. He should have put a lot of physical challenging on him.
Yep. I mean, it's completely sliced by Livramento. Now Bruno, all the way back to Fabian Schär. Almost level with his penalty area. And across to Dan Burn and the same old combination to Lewis Hall. Hall brings it forward. Left-footed pass is a beauty. It's a beauty for Gordon. Henderson's miles out of his goal here. And Lacroix has to put it out for a corner. And that was a bit of miscommunication there between the Palace defender and the goalkeeper, Billy.
There was, but Gordon never looked confident he was going to do anything with it, did he?
No.
You know, it was a terrific pass. Like you say, Henderson comes out, comes back again. But, I mean, Gordon
didn't take that ball with any conviction there. It was like a powder puff touch, and then he just lost the ball.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, corner. Gordon. That's a good one. And it's missed by Henderson, but somehow flicked away. And now Palace will clear. And Mitchell does well. There's a foul there, but the referee allows play to go on. Oh, if Will Hughes didn't touch that, there was a breakaway on the far side. Will Hughes actually defended that ball there, Billy.
Yeah, brilliant.
Now Gordon again for Newcastle.
It's opened up a bit, hasn't it, the game itself?
It looks that way, yeah. Let's not tempt fate, though, Billy. Here's Joe Linton. Willock had made a run, and now back to Tonali.
They keep making these runs, and they're never giving the ball.
Yeah, it comes back all the time. Oh, dear me. Joe Willock, if you're pointing for a pass, and then he makes it, and you don't even fucking move.
He's probably fed up on making the runs and not getting the ball, I guess.
But he pointed where he wanted it from Tonali. Tonali gives him it, and Joe Willock wasn't even moving. Fuck's sake, come on. I mean, what's the point of pointing where you want the ball, Bill? You're not even running there.
No, it's madness.
Now we're back defending again. Dan Burns under pressure from...
Oh, dear me.
Oh.
He did well, actually, didn't he?
Yeah. Now Willock. Can he get on his bike? He's going against Lacroix. Willock towards the penalty area on the left-hand side. Comes back on his right. Lays it back to Tonali. Tonali now. Back to Joe Willock. Willock. Oh, he's got it back, though. Willock's cross. Headed away well by Mark Gahey. Joe Linton gets it back to Fabian Schär. Out now to Harvey Barnes on this right-hand side. Laser pass into Livramento. Little 1-2 with Harvey Barnes. Nice stuff. Barnes goes on a run. That's a foul, referee. Surely to Christ. Oh, Gordon had the ball and the referee's blown it back for a free kick.
Well, can't really blame the ref for that.
Terrible foul by Lerma. That's careless in that area of the pitch. I mean, that's a yellow card for me.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't think a yellow card has come out the referee's pocket. I mean, Eze is doing up his shoeless there, Billy, right in front of where we take the free kick. I mean, that's shithousery right there. As the referee has a word with the Newcastle forwards there. So Gordon and Hall over this free kick again. 52 gone. Still goalless at Selhurst Park. It's going to be... Oh, it's a training ground move. It's a nice move. It's a goal for Newcastle!
Get in there, you beauty.
And I think it's an own goal, Billy, but Anthony Gordon's claiming it. Oh, my God. Finally in the back of the net, and we have scored. And yes, it's time to grab your granny, folks, because finally she can come out and dance at the G-string. It's Newcastle 1, Palace 0.
Wow.
Finally, Billy, I don't care. It's an own goal. Who gives a shit? Granny's dancing and it's 1-0.
It's a good free kick, isn't it? It's a training ground routine. No offside there whatsoever. It's definitely an own goal. I think it might even be Grady.
I think it is. It's Mark Gahey with an own... Is it Gahey or Lerma?
Oh, dear me. I hope it's Grady.
I'm not sure. I still don't know.
No, I don't know. But the good free kick. It was a really well-worked free kick, wasn't it? Obviously, one from the training ground.
It is Mark Gahey, guys. Mark Gahey has scored for Newcastle. You couldn't write the script.
You know what, Eddie Howe wanted him now. He's a fantastic goal scorer for Newcastle United.
Indeed,
bit concerning, actually, the celebrations with the fans. Well, one of the kind of advertising audience collapsed.
Everybody's all right, though, by the looks of things.
But it looks like everyone's okay, yeah. And Anthony Gordon, well, people saying he's not interested. He was interested with that goal because he went mental.
He did go mental, yeah. Peter Garthwaite, thank you for your super chat. Forget Europe. We'll be battling relegation if the board don't wake up and get Eddie out. Well, we're 1-0 up, mate. Now, how will Palace respond? Because they've really got to come at us now. And, I mean, a goal means a lot, Billy. We saw what it did to West Ham. Will it be the same for us?
Let's hope so.
Eze looked offside there, surely. And he is indeed offside. Free kick to Newcastle. I think Eze knew he was offside there, or whether it was just his normal sort of lazy sort of look about him. Oh, he's miles onside. He's miles onside, but that's a terrible decision. Shocker from the linesman there.
Good.
Absolutely. But Christ, I mean, the officiating, I mean, fuck now. How is he looking along that line there and says that he's offside? George T, thank you very much, buddy, for your super chat. My luck must be changing. Just got back into the room and we scored.
Good stuff.
Well, normally you're out the room when we score. So, yeah, it definitely is changing. Definitely. Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 1. Mark Gahey with the own goal. And I love it, the fact that he's got an own goal.
Don't be gobbling off, Joe Linton. You'll be getting yourself booked.
Yeah, needs to be careful. Just play the game. It was a foul. He didn't touch the ball, Joe.
He could have been booked for kicking it away and all.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what, Billy? I'd take Willock off now. He's not really doing it for me in this game. He's not had an impact at all.
Well, he's not going to play 90 minutes, that's for certain. He never does he?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I'll keep things how they are for now. Just for now. Just for 5 minutes or so.
Henderson in trouble there. Has to get it back to Gahey. Gahey now to Mitchell. Suddenly there's a real step in a spring in the step, isn't there, Billy? Chasing the balls down and working hard.
It's visible. It's visible. You see they've grown a foot, haven't they?
Yep. It's amazing what a goal can do, though, isn't it? It's just incredible.
And Chipper says it's the first shot on goal for us. It wasn't.
Yeah, we
won up without having a shot on target.
Does an own goal go down as an official shot on target? I don't think it does it?
No, it doesn't. No.
Good play by Tonali there to win a free kick. A throw into Newcastle on the far side. He wants to get on with it quickly, but he's told to just slow it down a little bit. So, coming up to, 56 and a half minutes just gone by. It's Palace 0, Newcastle 1. Please do subscribe if you're new and you're enjoying the show and you like what you see. And, of course, subscribe to our second channel. The link is pinned at the top of the description. Yep, that's not great. Mateta allowed to bounce through. That's a nasty foul by Bruno. Well, saying nasty foul, he trips him over. Bruno says it's my first foul. He wasn't booked there, was he?
I don't think so.
I think he's pointing around how many tackles he's made, but I didn't see a yellow card come out there. Gary Clark, thank you for your super chat. That's what Gahey provides, goals. Kieran McKeown, thank you for your super chat. We needed to get Mourinho. I think he means Mourinho. Listen, we're winning the game. Come on, guys. You know, we can talk about it at the end of the game, but we're winning. And there seems to be a real spring in the step of Newcastle at the minute since that goal's gone in. Here's Will Hughes. Gordon nearly intercepted that, by the way, and he would have been clean in on goal. Here's Gahey playing as a left winger, but Livramento deals with him well. Throw into Crystal Palace. And now Eberechi Eze, who is just dangling on the ball. It's a great ball in from Eze. Nobody there to put it in for Palace. It goes all the way to Munoz on the far side. Into Sarr. Sarr back to Hughes. It's blocked. Palace want a penalty. They are furious. They think that, there's going to be a VAR check here, Billy. Will Hughes, they're convinced that was a handball, Billy.
Well, we'll see. I didn't see it personally, but his hands are down by his side anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether VAR have checked it and they're going to get on with it. He's booked somebody, Billy.
Probably someone for dissent. Maybe it's
dissent, yeah.
Probably Blondie.
I think VAR have checked it already, Billy, and said no penalty.
Well, his hands were down by his side, weren't they? So
yeah, you can't give a penalty for that. His hands are right. What's he supposed to do there? Play's got on. They've took a short corner. It's Eze on the edge of the box for Palace. Eze just trying to work an opportunity to get a cross in. Hughes does. Flicked on by Gahey, doesn't get anywhere for Palace. And it comes all the way back now to Mitchell. Mitchell on the halfway line. Long ball forward, cut out by Fabian Schär, but he's knocked it straight down to Lacroix. And now Mitchell again. Back to Lacroix. I don't want us to sit in with Shell, Billy. I think,
no, definitely not.
Continue how we've been playing, going at them.
Well, Eze's starting to come into the game a little bit, isn't he? He's starting to pull a few tricks here and there. That'll be concerning for me. I don't want to sit back at all, but it's natural, I guess. Where we played Monday, I guess it's going to go into low block counter attack stuff, but I don't want to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Callum Wilson and Asula in the background there, having a bit of a giggle about something. Of course, Callum Wilson scored a fantastic goal here not long ago, Billy, with that overhead kick.
Overhead kick, yeah, brilliant.
As Munoz has gone down injured, took a little bit of a kick in the midriff there, Billy.
Just slightly below the midriff, I'd say.
Did he get it in the old?
Yes, I think he did in the old Black and Decker. Yeah.
Oh, it was the ball, wasn't it?
Oh,
ouch! Especially if that collides with, not just like
just a glancing blow.
Yeah, I think it's not one of his testes into his stomach, Billy, judging by the way he's cuddled up there. It's probably worse if it actually does hit one testy.
Oh, that's good play.
Yeah, Bruno trying to flick it over the top, but just too far forward ahead of Joe Willock. Now it's back with Henderson now. Gordon is fired up. There's no doubt about it. He's doing a lot of running out there. Certainly second half, he looks inspired.
It's been much better second half, hasn't he?
Yeah. Now Livramento again going on one of these mazy runs down the right-hand side. He nutmegs Mitchell, but unfortunately for us, he's there. Livramento challenges Gay, gets it back to Lacroix. Lacroix now to Sarr. Sarr spins away or tries to spin away from. That's not a fucking free kick. Dan Burn just wins the ball, you fool.
That's nonsense, isn't it?
Christ on a bloody motorbike. Palace get on with it now. Sarr. Sorry, it wasn't. It was Lerma. And he gets it to Gehi. Gehi now. Clips the ball forward. Mateta's made a great run here. Mateta. Oh, it's Sarr. A brilliant save. And a brilliant block by Dan Burn on the line. What a save that was from the centre-back. Pope made the initial save. And Burn then sweeps up to clear the ball, Billy.
That's what he's in the side for. He never says die. He never gives up. It's a fantastic move from Palace. And Sarr should score, but Pope does brilliantly. But he powers it out, and Burn, who's alert, gets in front of the shot. Outstanding defending from the big man. And a good tackle actually coming in from Lewis Hall to stop the shot from Sarr.
What that is by Dan Burn, though. That is, Munoz can't believe it. It's a tap in, and suddenly the 60-inch legs of Dan Burn come across to clear the ball off the line.
But Lewis Hall's tackle there can't be underestimated either. It's a fantastic tackle last pitch.
Pope stayed big as well because it obviously deflected off Lewis Hall.
The three of them were outstanding there.
Yep. And they keep Newcastle in front. What a block by Burn, though, Billy. I mean, it's sensational. Now, Palace lose the ball. Oh, Gordon, you had players either side. It was a 4-on-2, and he loses the ball. Yeah, and now Palace come back at us again with Sarr. Now to Eze, trying to get on that right foot, bundling his way through. Good defending. Hughes hits a shot. It's deflected, and that will go for a corner kick. But again, careless from Gordon.
Yep.
We had a 4-on-2 there, Billy.
Yeah. I mean, he could have just pushed it past him and ran past him, couldn't he?
Yeah. And Palace now really knocking on the door, trying to get an equaliser. Hughes leaves it, and Eze will take the corner for Palace.
I mean, Leicester are getting a good tank in at Brentford 4-1 down. Someone's got to ask Ruud van Nistelrooy why the long face.
Oh, dear. Ah, you have to laugh. Here's Eze now. Blocked again, this time by Joe Willock. Will Hughes pressed all the way by Anthony Gordon. Gehi now. Sorry, Mitchell. He does really well there. And that's a terrible tackle by Joe Willock. And I think that is a booking. Indeed, the yellow card comes out. Willock pleads his innocence, but it was a bit of a nasty one, that from Joe Willock. But I like it when we get stuck in, Billy.
Yeah.
Gordon there pressing again on Mitchell. Mitchell did really well, to be fair to him.
He did brilliantly. I'm not sure this even is a foul, to be honest.
Billy, are you kidding me?
Maybe.
Not a foul. Billy, what planet are you on?
I mean, it's a red card, actually. It's a scissor job, isn't it?
Shocking tackle.
It's one of them scissor jobs that sometimes they get red carded for. It's that young kid that scored last week.
Yeah, Palace are making a change. It's Eze that's coming off. Of course, he's just returned to the side, Eze. And it is going to be, what's his name?
I think his name's Devaney or something like that. Devaney, yeah.
Devaney. Of course, scored last week at Villa Park.
I don't think he's even started shaving yet.
Eze's done nout in this game, to be honest. I mean,
he was just starting to come into the game. It was strange that he's took him off now.
Anyway, Hughes with a free kick for Palace. Cleared away again by the head of Dan Burn. Gordon's come all the way back. He's got Will Hughes breathing down his neck. Cher will clear. And finds Willock. Lovely touchdown from Willock. And that's great football from Newcastle. Barnes now. Willock is making a run. Oh, come on, Harvey Barnes, man. Play the fucker in.
That's shocking from Barnes.
Why are we turning back again when we've got Willock making a... Play him in. He's clean through on goal, Billy.
He had a perfect opportunity to. Just didn't see it, did he?
Jesus, wet man.
Scandalous.
Sick of this cutting back all the time. Anyway, we've got it on the left with Joe Linton now. Joe Linton crosses in. Not a great cross. Chalobah deals with that. Lerma heads it away. Devaney now going against Livramento. And they've got away. Mateta now brings it forward. But look at Tonali getting back. Great stuff from Tonali. But it's back to Lerma now. To Will Hughes. Palace trying very hard here with Munoz. Back to Lerma. Shot deflected. Goal. It's going for a corner again. Oh!
Let them keep shooting from there.
Yeah, it'll take something special to beat Nick Pope from that sort of range, but you never know about deflections, Billy. That's the problem.
This is true.
But a good block by Fabian Schär there. And it's now a corner to Palace. 66 gone. Still, we lead by a goal to nil through Gahey's own goal. In comes the corner. Oh, dear me. Comes right to the back post now. Here's Will Hughes. He'll try and send this ball in again. No, he stops, has a look to see what's available. Mitchell. Inside now. Good ball by Mitchell to Sarr. Sarr gets it out to the right-hand side now. And here is Lerma. Lerma pulls it back. Tonali's there, but Palace, well, they did well, actually, Bruno and Tonali there, and it's a free kick to Newcastle.
Yeah,
good work. I think Munoz is one of those players that, Billy, that has a huge Jimmy Hill chin, and he's got a goatee to try and hide it. Look at that. Yeah. You could skateboard on that.
You could get apples out of the bloody jar, pickled onions out of a jar with it, couldn't you? Apples.
What apples do you get out of a jar? Flaming hell. Anyway, Mitchell has the ball for Palace, being pressed again by Barnes, and Gahey sends it back to Henderson, who goes long again. Joe Linton is back there. First time volley into the sky. Bruno gets after that. Hughes all over him, but he sees Hughes off. Bruno does well there. Nice ball into Willock. Willock now. And the whole pointed where he wanted the ball, but again, we turn back. It's becoming annoying, that, Billy. Oh, nice play. That's lovely play from Newcastle. Ball in by Hall. Chested away by Mitchell. It comes to Harvey Barnes on this far side. Barnes now has a run at Mitchell, clips it back to Livramento. Livramento to Bruno, back inside to Barnes. It wasn't hit with enough pace. And Palace have the ball now and really make a mess of clearing it. If they'd gone to the other side there, they would have had loads of space to attack us. But now it comes to Mateta. Mateta brings it down. Tonali says, no, you don't, sunshine, and pinches the ball off him.
Brilliant.
And it's back with Nick Pope. Hall now plays it up to the line to Joe Willock. Willock. Got Chalobah to deal with on that far side. Willock just loses out. And Palace have the ball again. Will Hughes.
I think Willock's running his race now. I think Willock's running his race.
He looks knackered, doesn't he? Devaney gets it out wide now to Mitchell. Mitchell will send this into the penalty area again. Good header away. Once again from Dan Burn. Corner to Palace. Dan Burn's been superb today.
Yes, he has.
Absolutely superb. I almost feel very guilty about saying that. You know, he's never let us down today. He's been everywhere.
I think the back four have been solid, all four of them, to be fair.
Yeah, they've done all right. Schär's passing's been, skew with, but his defending's been brilliant.
Yes.
In comes the corner. Header over the bar. Goal kick to Newcastle as Gahey gets his head on it, trying to restore. I think he deliberately put that over the bar, though, Billy. Just to say that, my new employers, I shall not. I've done you a favour today, and I'm not going to score again.
It's a late period of any o'clock, so do we see a change?
It is.
I think Willock needs to come off personally.
Yeah, we do need to make a change. Just get some fresh legs on there. Pope lets a long ball go downfield, looking for Gordon. He actually wins the ball ahead of Chalobah, but Lacroix gets it back to Henderson. Plenty of people warming up on that far side, Billy, but it doesn't look like there's going to be an immediate substitution. Long ball forward again. Burn is there. And then Hall is there. Hall got knocked off the ball there. How is that not a free kick?
Well, it should have been a free kick.
And now Devaney. Good work by Tonali. And then from Lewis Hall, who's, no foul, says the referee. And Palace are in. Mateta. Oh, what a tackle, Tino Livramento. No, Fabian Schär, you absolute beautiful man. What a tackle.
Still going now.
Just about to pull the trigger, and in comes Superman Fabian Schär. But Palace still on the attack. What a tackle that was, Billy.
Outstanding. Just well read, wasn't it? Again, in the right place at the right time. Perfect tackle.
And it's sent into the heavens. Newcastle clear the danger. Gordon, though, goes on a run. Henderson's way out his goal and completely fluffs his clearance. Straight out for a throw-in.
He's wearing Turkish slippers.
What an amazing tackle, though, by Fabian Schär, Billy. I mean, that was superb. Mateta is about to pull the trigger and equalise. And Shea just comes flying across.
Outstanding tackle, just in the right place at the right time. And defensively, Fabian Shea's been as good as ever tonight.
Well, both Byrne and Shea have both saved goals tonight. Absolutely 100% saved goals. That's the kind of fight you want to see, Billy, from your players, though.
100%.
Bruno does very well and gets the ball to Dan Byrne. Byrne will send it out to Lewis Hall. Hall has Willock in support. Sorry, he's got Joe Linton in support. Here is Big Joe. Back to Sandro Tonali. Byrne. Shea's got to be quick here because he's got whatever his name is, Defeni or Delaney or what's his name, Billy?
Defani.
Oh, dear. Anyway, Lacroix now on the ball. Plays it inside. Tonali's there to block the pass, and it goes out to throw into Palace on the far side, which will be taken by Munoz. Still 1-0 to Newcastle. Coming up to 72.5 minutes in the game. Can we get a second and kill the game, or will it be squeaky bum time yet again? Here's Barnes.
Tackle.
Barnes has Gordon ahead of him. I don't know what the hell Harvey Barnes was doing there. I mean,
What's that?
That is terrible.
Bullshit.
That's really bad. I mean, he just kicked the ball straight into the Palace player's feet and then he fouls him.
I'll take him off.
He ain't been good. He is gay for Palace now. Do Palace have any ideas left to try and get this equaliser?
I'm amazed they took Eze off. I really am.
Oh, Sar's in a good position and Nick Pope dives to his left to make the save. Corner to Palace. And again, just that little bit of space he found there, Billy, in the penalty area. And Nick Pope is there to make the save.
Yes. Well, they cut through. Poor from Byrne that time. Not marking man properly.
Yeah.
But Nick Pope was covering.
It's going to be a corner to Crystal Palace. And it comes towards the near post. Flicked on. Ball's bouncing loose. Mateta. And he can't put it in. He's fired it over from 6 yards. That's incredible.
Yes.
How's he got that much height on it from so close in, Billy?
I thought it had to be deflected, but clearly not. I mean, there's foul going on there.
That's just a dreadful finish. That is awful.
Christ.
That is terrible. Wow. We've got away with a couple today, I think it's fair to say. Callum Wilson is making it. Oh, Longstaff's coming on. If he takes Tonali off, well, Wilson's coming on for Anthony Gordon.
So it could be Longstaff for Willock, couldn't it?
It has to be, Billy.
Or Joe Linton, even.
Well, he mentioned Joe Linton about his yellow cards, didn't he?
He did.
Joe Linton being available for the game at the weekend. We'll soon find out. Wilson is now on. And it is Joe Willock. Thank God. I mean, it's normally Tonali, Billy, but Longstaff now on. I mean, it must be in his contract that he has to play some part in the game.
Well, we're winning when he came on. Let's just say that.
Yep. Joe Linton with a flick on, and that's high in the air by Lacroix. Lerma gets a flick on. Mateta. Deveni's a bit of a handful, actually, Billy.
Defani's a bit of a handful.
Why do I bother? I don't know why I bother. I know you're going to go there. Bruno and Hughes going in for a 50-50. Hughes winning it. He wasn't pulling out of that. Neither was Bruno. But now it's Mitchell down the left-hand side for Crystal Palace. Tonali chases him.
Look at the energy in Tonali.
Yeah, he's got some engine. He's worked his ass off today, Tonali. Here's Gahey for Palace. Floats a ball in, and that's all the way to Nick Pope. Keeps his eye on the ball really well.
Mark.
15 to go, Billy. Where you standing at this? What do you reckon?
Well, I think we look pretty comfortable, to be honest.
I'm not so sure the last 5 minutes has been comfortable, but I get where you are. I think we still need a second goal to kill it, Billy.
Yes, I'd lock a second goal. And we'll get one here.
Yeah, good work by Bruno. Now Harvey Barnes, but he's offside. Barnes has been terrible.
Fucking awful, ain't he?
14 attempts for Crystal Palace and 1 for Newcastle. Steve Headers, thank you for your super chat. Pope doing Gandalf at the moment. Thou shalt not pass. Keep it up, your holiness. Will Hughes has gone off for Palace.
Must have sunstroke.
Yeah. And on comes Eddie Nketiah, who you used to be a big fan of when he was at Arsenal, Billy.
Bought me on the arse.
In fact, weren't you an advocate for him coming to Newcastle, Billy?
I would love to see him at one point. Yeah, Eddie Nketiah come to us.
Yep. But he's left Mateta on the pitch, so he's gone 2 up top. I mean, still, Billy, the fact we've only had one shot, one attempt on goal, Billy. No shots on target yet.
I mean, it's been pretty dreadful, but I mean, we look solid at least.
Well, as you say that, Livramento gives the ball to Lerma, floats a ball over the top, flicked on by Saar, but there's nobody there. Pope has come out and claimed the ball. Palace are pushing now, which we expect. They're the home side. They've got to come out and push us. Long ball forward to Callum Wilson. Takes it down brilliantly, Callum Wilson. Spins away. Chalobah all over the back of him. Chalobah brings him down. Referee says play on. Are you kidding me?
How's that not a foul? That's pathetic. That's the most blatant foul you'll ever see.
I don't think I've seen many games, Billy, where we're winning 1-0 and we haven't had a shot on target.
No. We've been absolutely dreadful, really. And from an attacking point of view.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, Lerma has it in the centre circle for Palace. Took his eye off the ball, though, and Barnes can't take advantage. Here's Livramento. Tonali now for Newcastle. Out wide. Good ball, that right into the path of Tonali to Barnes. Barnes down for Livramento. Livramento now. I would have gone down there, Tino. You would have got a free kick.
You probably would have.
Clearly pushed by Lacroix.
So it don't matter toss, does it?
Yeah, good point.
Justin Kluivert now has a hat-trick of penalties.
Newcastle fans are in full voice, as they would be winning 1-0.
But surely they can't be happy with his performance, so...
Well, I mean, look, it's just take what you can at the minute, I guess, Billy.
Yeah. But it's like the early season form, isn't it? You know, we were winning games, but we were bloody awful in the games.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure what the worst Bruno was doing there.
Yeah.
Palace have now got to throw in. I mean, Palace will be disappointed, Billy, because, I mean, the amount of opportunities they've had and haven't converted, some real big chances as well. And they haven't scored a goal. I mean, that's for them to worry about, to be honest. But, you know, and that's a foul on Bruno. Thank you, referee. I mean,
dare I say that, what's his name? The Palace manager could be in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just, there's some good players at Palace. We know there is. They're just not getting, I mean, they looked really good at the back end of last season.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
I mean, look, we have to be honest and say this performance has been garbage, but we're winning the game of football. And at the minute, I just care about getting a win on the board. Jude Perez, thank you for your super chat. Lady Karma bites arses. In it comes. 2 Palace players go for the clearance, and it ends up being a corner to Newcastle.
That was dreadful defending, wasn't it?
Well, there was no communication there, clearly. Absolutely none. Nearly 4,000 people watching. Thank you very much, guys, for your support today on Matchday Live. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And, of course, keep the likes coming in. And don't forget to subscribe to our sister channel as well, TTR Extra, the home of football, where you'll get lots more football away from Newcastle United. That's pinned at the top of the description. So thank you very much, guys. So even if you're not a Newcastle fan, that's the channel for you. In comes the corner, headed away again. That was a brilliant corner from Tonali. Well, there you go. That was a world-class corner. Look at that. And just headed away in front of Fabian Schär. Schär thinks he's going to nod this in, and it's Chalobah who just gets ahead on it.
And Joe almost gets to it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Corner from the other side from Lewis Hall is a deep one, and it's headed back again. And I think the referee's blown for a foul by Fabian Schär. Free kick to Palace. Yeah, so if you are watching this channel, guys, and you're not a Newcastle fan, please do subscribe to our second channel. There's going to be a lot more commentaries on there from England, Champions League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, all that type of thing. Just click on the link at the top of the description and get yourself subscribed. We've got Liverpool versus Manchester City tomorrow on the channel on TTR Extra.
You're probably taking the cup draw as well, wouldn't you? The cup draws on, is that Monday, the cup draw?
It could be, but the FA Cup.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it is. John Cook, thank you for your super chat. Story of our season. We play well and we lose. We play crap and we win. Sometimes. Sometimes, John. Sometimes.
We didn't play well against West Ham.
No. Just over 8 minutes to go of normal time. Newcastle still leading by a goal to nil here at Selhurst Park through a Mark Gahey own goal. Burn does well again there. Fabian Schär flicks it over to Livramento. Touchdown for Tonali. Tonali's first time ball just intercepted there. And then Livramento puts it through. And Wilson, look at Wilson going at Lacroix. Brilliant from Callum Wilson. And there's it now to, who's that?
Long stuff, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. Sean, look. Oh, and Barnes again.
It's a good ball. Livramento stopped his run, didn't he? It's a nice ball, actually. That
Barnes has been shite. Honestly, terrible today. Absolutely terrible. Burn again gets his head on it. Livramento into the London sky. Foul on Tino Livramento by...
dear, nasty. And all Eddie Nketiah.
Hey, how many times in Nketiah? That's 2 really bad fouls, by the way.
That's a bad one, that was. Nasty little sneaky dig.
Cruz Scott, thank you for your super chat. I hope Steve Parish is crying somewhere in the ground. I mean, he's left one on him there. That should be a booking.
He definitely left one on him. The West looking right at it as well. Right at it.
Another change for Palace. Chalobah's gone off.
Chris Richards, is it?
I think so. No, it's Jeffrey Schlupp.
Oh, yeah. He's got... Well, he's attack. He could have gone to forward back now, haven't they?
Yeah, he's basically gone all out now. Absolutely all out to try and get an equaliser. Munoz, and we win it back with Bruno. That's a pull. He pulled him back, and now he does give it. That was a very late call by the referee, by the way.
Yeah.
Rainmaker 4231. Thank you for your super chat. If we win this, it isn't. Half papering over the cracks. How is completely out of answers for breaking teams down.
It's a fair comment.
Yeah, it's been bad. It's been bad. I mean, even the goal just sums up the game, to be honest.
I mean, if Newcastle win this game, it'd be one of them games that there's no one God's earth I'm watching again on Match of the Day. Absolutely no chance.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Paint dry, yeah, absolutely. One shot in the game so far. It's not good enough, man. Tonali leaves the ball for Lewis Holt, and that's going to be a corner to Newcastle, headed behind by Munoz. I mean, it's all about holding out now for the 3 points and get the hell out of here, because the 3 points will be very valuable. It puts us back up the right end of the table again. And Jeffrey Brunt, thank you for your super chat. No comment there, but much appreciated, my friend. Please keep subscribing if you're new to the channel. And welcome to all our new subscribers. In comes the corner again, deep to the back post. We seem to love that corner, but nothing happens from it. Longstaff. Joe Linton. And now Bruno down by the corner flag. Dipsy doodling and wins a corner.
Well played.
And Bruno celebrates. But get Tonali to put another one in. I still want that second goal, Billy. I'll never trust us when we're just 1-0 up.
No, definitely not.
As Tonali does come across and take the corner for Newcastle. I've been very impressed with Sandro today, Billy.
This might be the first time he's got 90 minutes, isn't it? I don't recall him ever getting 90 minutes before.
Yeah. In comes the corner again. It's an absolute beaut and just headed away. I think it was Joe Linton looked like he was coming in again to head that in the back of the net. Clipped forward again for Newcastle, and it's headed behind again by Mateta, and that is going to be another corner. I mean, gorgeous gorgeous corners, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding, isn't he? We saw it before. Why it's taken 2 years to get this out of him is unbelievable.
Well, I mean, Callum Wilson was just hovering behind Mateta there. It just skidded off his head.
I mean, Dean Henson didn't really make much effort to stop that, did he?
No, he didn't. No, he kind of gave up. In comes Lewis Hall's corner from the other side this time, punched away by Henderson. Longstaff's header. Tonali gets brilliantly done by Tonali, and he heads it down to Lewis Hall. Hall cuts inside instead of giving it back to Sandro, man. Come on! Turning back again.
Well, it's about keeping the ball now, I guess.
I guess so. Oh, that's a nasty one by Mitchell on Tonali. Very late. He hasn't even given a free kick, has he? Yes, he has. That is a shocking tackle, Billy.
Yeah, it looks like it went that way, doesn't it? I think Sandro's going to be okay. Getting booked for it anyway.
Yeah, Mitchell is into the boot. Tonali is still down. That was nasty. Look at this, Billy. Look at this. Oh. I mean, the ball's long gone and he stamps on his foot.
That's one of them metatarsal jobbies, that is.
Yeah, it is. Awful.
And then there's what?
Now, why isn't he calling Mitchell over to book him instead of just waving a yellow card when he's 50 yards away? Dear God. Anyway, free kick in the right end of the stadium for us. It's going to be Lewis Hall to swing it in again. I presume you'll put this to work. He's been booked as well, Billy, so it must be for dissent. It is Hall to the penalty spot.
He was asking for a red card.
Yeah. It hasn't been his day today, Mark Gay. Devaney now trying to get Mitchell in. Mitchell thought about going for another tackle there. Did you notice that there, Billy? And he sort of, I can't go for that one. I mean, this is smash and grab if ever you're going to see a smash and grab. I mean, it's... But it's always a difficult place to come, Selhurst Park, Billy, isn't it? It is a difficult place. And if we come away with a win, then it's fantastic considering we haven't played well. You know what I mean? It's been a difficult game. I think he's just booked Callum Wilson there.
Delaying the throw-in, ridiculous, isn't it? Some of the tackles he's let go, and he's booking him for that.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with Callum again tonight. Today he looks sharp. He looks...
He does. He's I tell you what... It's the old Callum Wilson, who's really loves to rough up the centre backs.
We're going to need
done
him
that ever since he's been on the pitch.
Well, if he's out, we're going to need Callum Wilson in the next few games, aren't we? So,
indeed. But we have a throw in, and time is very much against Crystal Palace. We're in the final minute of the 90. Before we find out how much additional time there is, please do keep subscribing to the Toon Review, guys. If you're enjoying what you see, don't forget to hit the like button as well. It really does help our channel to grow in the search results. Gahey now on to Mitchell. Mitchell inside, good ball to Nketiah, but he's took a heavy touch and a goal kick to Newcastle. He's been dog rot since he came on, Nketiah. I mean, what has happened to that kid, Billy?
Lord knows. I think lack of football.
I mean,
I think it's lack of football for him.
Well, maybe 5 minutes of additional time, guys. We have 5 minutes of additional time. Well, can we hang on, Billy Bob? Can we hang on to this victory? Pope will take the goal kick for Newcastle. Jack Bland's been a member for 2 months now on the channel. Thank you very much for your support, Jack. Not sure if we need better signings or a better manager in order to be better attacking style of play or better players suited to Eddie's style. What do you think? I think it's a little bit of everything right now. Gahey finds us. I mean, Palace, they just look like they've run out of ideas a little bit, Billy.
Yeah, they've pushed all the forward players on, and since they've done that, they've had no balance whatsoever, have they?
No.
Since Eze and Hughes went off.
That was a brilliant interception by Joe Linton, by the way, just there. They just snuffed out a Palace attack. Under 4 minutes left now of injury time. Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle United 1 here at Selhurst Park. It's been a dreadful game of football. But hell, you get them from time to time. You just take what you can, and we've certainly done that. Munoz for Palace now. I'm going to send it into the penalty area, looking for Mateta. There's nobody there. Livramento down to Barnes. Barnes now takes it out of defence, clips it away. Great ball to Longstaff. Longstaff now in lots of space on the left-hand side. He's got Sarr in front of him and does well. Gets it back to Lewis Hall. Hall calmly back to Fabian Schär, and we've got the ball exactly where we want it right now, and hopefully we can keep it there. Livramento clips it towards Harvey Barnes. Good strength by Barnes, but he's been penalised. Free kick to Palace. That was just he just outstrengthed Gahey there, and the referee says, no, you don't, Sunshine. That's a free kick. Absolute tool. It's with Lerma now. Palace, have they got anything left to try and get one more on target? Lerma again plays it to Devaney. I mean, Newcastle just sitting deep now on the Billy. Palace are finding it difficult.
Yeah, it's low block, isn't it? It's everyone behind the ball, and don't give them any space whatsoever.
Yep. Joe Linton heads it away for a Palace throw in, almost level with the penalty area. Munoz. That's a foul throw. That's a foul throw.
Of course. Nearly underarmed it
in. That was abysmal. How has he got away with that? Mitchell for Palace. Nketiah now. Eddie Nketiah. Good ball out wide. Munoz. Again, drills it in low this time. Comes to Devaney. Devaney to Lacroix. Lacroix to Gahey. Gahey then now sends a cross. It's a great cross by Gahey. And Palace have fucking equalised. Would you fucking believe this shit, man? And it's Munoz who scored, who has missed a couple of sitters this afternoon. But Palace have levelled in injury time. And it's Munoz with the goal from a Gahey cross. Fuck's sake, Billy.
I don't know what to say. I've got a feeling Nick Pope could be at fault for this one.
I mean, look, I'm not going to deny that Palace deserve a draw from this game because we've been dog rot. But Jesus Christ, again, we switch off at just the most important time of the game. Lacroix here plays it to Gahey. Gahey then gets it onto his right foot. It's a great cross from Gahey, but there's nobody marking Munoz at the back post.
Oh, Joe, Nick Pope is near post, so, oh, Christ.
Oh, dear me. I mean, he hasn't got a lot of time to react to that, in fairness, Billy, but there's no marking on him.
No, Joe Linton, Lewis Hall. I mean, Joe Linton's, again, this is what he did the night, didn't he, against West Ham? I mean,
God, fucking mighty, a comedy of fucking errors.
I mean, Pope's got to keep that out.
That's a fucking joke. Kiss my ass, honestly.
Pope's got to keep that out. I'm sorry.
Somebody stick a wet trout down my throat. That's incredible, man. Bollocks. Well, the 5 minutes are up now. There probably won't be a lot of additional time after the 5 because obviously Palace scored. Henderson's going to send this long again as Palace try and get an equaliser. Long ball forward. Joe Linton's there, but he only flicks it. It's in the box again. Mateta, Byrne is there. Tonali thumps it into the sky. The referee still doesn't blow for full time. Bit of head tennis going on here. And finally, the referee, well, I don't know what he's doing here. Newcastle wanted to take a quick free kick, and he hasn't done that. Jesus. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It's only what we deserve, though. Let's be honest. You know, it's papering cracks over, and the goal definitely papered cracks over.
I think the final whistle's gone. It's finished 1-1. And fuck a duck as far as I'm concerned, Billy. We didn't deserve anything today, to be quite honest. We've been absolutely dog shit.
No, it was awful.
But again, one of those shite. I mean, listen, Billy, Palace are one of the worst sides in the Premier League, and they're practically. I mean, you look at the stats today. You look at the shots on goal, etc. It's absolutely pathetic from Newcastle. Absolutely pathetic.
Yeah, it's worrying. It's worrying. Where do we go from here? That's the question. Where do we go from here?
Ah, dear. Just bear with us. Stato is with us. We'll knock Billy out of there. We'll move me along here. No, not that. That one. Move me back into the middle or middle-ish. There we go. That'll do. And then we'll go to that. Then we'll bring in Stato. Alex, I know we scored. It was a goal typical of the game, to be honest. But my God, I mean, just my God.
Yeah, so it was kind of as we talked about at half-time, that if we keep trying, cutbacks, dinks to the back post, something might go in, and it did. We got an own goal for it. We got a goal. We scored a goal. It wasn't really us that did it. We created it. It was a decent little set piece move. We still didn't have any other shots in the second half. Really, there wasn't anything of merit. I mean, we've had one total shot all game, as far as I can see.
One shot. One shot.
So regardless of the fact we went 1-0 up, and then it started to look more interesting as a match because Palace had to come out. So all of a sudden, all of the transitional players that we've got looked a lot better. Your Willocks and Gordons, because there was space to run into. However, transitional games are a bit sketchy because you're getting lots of chances at both ends. And Palace got a lot more opportunities. Eventually, it went in. Joe Linton just, fell asleep at the back post. It is what it is. And maybe it's I hate saying this because I hate it because I prefer to get 3 points and a win. Of course I would. However, the fact that we've conceded a late equaliser forces the kind of the attention onto the fact that there are still problems. If we'd have got 3 points today, that would have been simply papering over the cracks because we had one shot in 90 minutes. So it's
yeah, but not a shot on target, Alex, against a team in the relegation zone who've been dreadful this season. It's not good enough.
It's not just one shot. It's not just that we didn't have a shot on target. It's that we had one shot total. That's abysmal. That is shocking. This is the kind of metrics you get from a relegation battling team in terms of when you're not being able, you can't get any shots on goal. It's really, really poor. I mean, I think we're fairly fortunate to have gotten a point in that game. Nick Pope was arguably fantastic. I think it's probably between Sandro and Pope for player of the match for me, but obviously we'll get to that in reviews.
Do you think Pope could have done better with the header, Alex?
I'm not going to blame Pope for that based on everything he did previous. He's not Superman. He saved 3 or 4 certain goals in my mind, so he can't do everything. I think Pope has got us out of trouble a lot in his career. He's been a fantastic shot stopper for us in a black and white shirt, in a Newcastle shirt. So it's just a shame. It's papering over the cracks. Even with Sandro Tonali in the side, we're still trying to build up an attack in the same way with either cutbacks or dinks. From wingers or fullbacks at the byline.
There's players making runs, Alex. There's players making runs, and we stop and turn back every time, and the attack goes dead because it allows the opposition to get players behind the ball again. I don't know why we keep doing it.
The attacking sequences don't make sense. Like, how many cutbacks did we try that went towards the penalty spot with nobody there? These are surely the attacking plays we are testing in training. Why is no one there time after time after time? They have so much opportunity to test this in training. I don't... Fine, if Joe Linton doesn't win the competed header at the back post, that's fine, because you're not going to win every aerial duel. But when you're doing the cutbacks, why are people not there for the cutbacks? That's been trained. That's not acceptable. In every situation, it's not good enough.
A few super chats in. John Cook says, story of our season. We play well and we lose. We play crap and win. Well, today we haven't, John. I think I read that out earlier anyway. Jeffrey Brunt, thank you for a super chat. Jack Bland has been a member for 2 months. Not sure if we need better sign. Oh, I've read that one as well. Bloody hell. Jack Bland, thank you for yours. At least the players put in a shift defensively. Shouldn't really have to. Relegation team, dear God. I mean, Palace aren't a great side. Ian Fleming, thank you for your super chat. To be fair, they deserve it. Absolutely, Palace deserves something out of the game. Cruz Scott, players really let us down. Last 2 minutes and they dropped their heads. VFL Baz, a member for 18 months. Thank you, buddy. We're looking worse without the injury crisis. Niall, who's been a member for 17 months now. Thank you for your support, Niall, as usual. Bye-bye, Eddie. His in-game management shows us how inept he is. Thanks for Champions League run, but it's total regression for last year. Keith Truscott, absolute dog crap. Utterly blame Eddie. Shit subs, no plans. Tommy O, thank you for yours. Even if these players miraculously saves Howe's arse versus Liverpool, he is not helping his employment status with results like this. Spike Milligan, no plan. How, what now? Getting worse. Nicole Watson, thank you for yours. I'm with Billy now. We are prolonging the inevitable managerial change. Butch says, can't convince me Eddie Howe can take us to the next level. Nick Thornton says, plan A was figured out 18 months ago and still we haven't got a plan B. Howe has taken us as far as he can and needs to be replaced now. Graham Ritchie, that was bloody awful. Only positive is Sandro's performance. Abhishek says we are playing shit football. The so-called superstar players, which are club's highest earners, need to step up and perform consistently. Channel Right, we needed a second goal. I said that, didn't I, Billy? Throughout, I said I want a second goal. And finally, John Cook says this performance has to worry the board. Cannot even dominate against a poor Palace. How has to go now?
But we couldn't unlock an open door today. Well, in recent weeks, we couldn't unlock an open door.
Yeah,
I
agree.
One route to goal. It's one route to goal. It's Tino Livramento on the right. 90% of that is 90% of our attacking play. This is one of the reasons why I thought Trippier was going to come in today as a curveball, because we've just done exactly the same game plan. All we did was put Sandro in instead of Sean, and Sandro had a really good game, but we've done exactly the same game plan as what we did against West Ham, which is just try and get Tino to the byline and just hope that it works. And it did. We got a scrappy own goal, and it wasn't enough for 3 points. It's just so basic at this point.
A lot of people, Billy, saying in the chat that Newcastle are bigger than the manager. Yes, thank you for what you've done, but time is for a change. You have a certain shelf life, and maybe the shelf life is done. I mean, where do you stand on it?
Well, I've been saying it since Monday night. I mean,
yeah,
I just don't think he can change games for us anymore. I don't think any of those players that played on the right-hand side that are usually left-hand side players have worked. I'd rather have seen a Miggy or Murphy there than Barnes. Barnes was dreadful today when he came on. Dreadful.
He was terrible. Absolute garbage.
I don't want to focus too much on stats, but even if we were playing against Manchester City at their peak, one shot is not good enough.
What was our XG?
One shot against Crystal Palace, 0.02.
Fuck
so
me.
We scored, what's that? 2 goals in 100.
Palace got an XG of 1.29. They absolutely deserved at least a goal. They had 5 big chances with 16 shots. They absolutely deserved something from this game. We are lucky to have gotten a point, really.
I'm not worried about the plan B thing anymore. I'm worried about the plan A. We don't seem to have one.
It was dreadful today. I mean...
Well, it's the plan A that everybody else knows it. That's the problem. It's like that everybody's got the blueprint for our plan A and can mitigate it quite comfortably. West Ham and Palace with 3 big centre-halves, tidy up shot, reduce the space. There's not a lot we can do about it, And it doesn't help that we're also not scoring from, direct free kicks. We're not getting headers in from corners. So not only can we not thread the eye of the needle, we're not getting goals from other areas either. It's just awful.
It's just Bob with a super chat. He says, if we're not in the top 6 in January, I can see Arsenal test the waters for Isak, and it won't surprise me if he goes either. Nick Thornton, 3 shots on target in 2 fecking games.
I mean, we've gone from 85 goals last year, guys. 85 goals in the league. Our goal output last year was on par with the title challenging teams in terms of goals scored. We were brilliant at scoring goals. And now we don't really know what one is.
Yeah. Chippers with a super chat saying 2 shots on target in 180 minutes of football. Yeah, because technically the goal wasn't a shot on target today. Against teams 4th and 2nd bottom. Time to go, Eddie. So Chippers is in that corner now. Mark Mullins, thank you for your super chat. Time for Eddie to go, as much as it pains me to say. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is we are now, I think we're 10th with a possibility of dropping down to 13th by the end of the weekend, right? That is not good enough. It isn't good enough for where we are. And, you know, you can talk about transfer windows all you want. That squad of players we have should be pushing at the top end of the table. We should not be where we are. It's and we know that it is the manager that gets judged on that, not the players. It's the manager that will feel the bullet. And I think a lot more fans are getting so frustrated now because the football, I mean, there was no football played today. It was a dreadful game of football, full stop. But when you've got players with the capability, I mean, I said the other night, I'm worried that maybe we are saying our players are better than they actually are. I mean, are we overrating some of our players to be high? So, in order for us to say they should be higher in the league, are we overrating? I don't know. Because they're not playing like elite players right now.
I don't think so, but they're certainly not playing like it now. No, I agree. They're not overrated. They've had 2 seasons of 4th, 6th, 7th. You know.
So then you must turn to the manager, Billy. Surely.
I have turned to the manager.
Yeah, it's worrying. Go on, Paul.
Yeah, Keith Truscott with a super chat. I think that was bad. Christ, we got Liverpool next. It's going to be a rugby score. Sorry, Alex, go on, mate.
It's really hard to defend the tactics and the preparation for this game when, fine, we can move on from the West Ham defeat as long as we show that we've learned in this game against Crystal Palace. And the really concerning thing for me is that we really didn't. I appreciate that we did bring in Sandro Tonali, but in terms of trying to score in different ways and practice a different thing, we're not doing it. It's really, really worrying from the manager and the coaching setup that we tried to break them down exactly the same way we tried to break West Ham down, and we were never going to score in a month of Sundays, and it was. And we didn't really score ourselves. We got an own goal. We just threw it into the mixer and got quite fortunate. So it's concerning. This is the first time we've had a lot of situations with Howe when we've had struggling periods where he's then fixed it. But this is the first time really where we've not been able. It's been a bit of a slide, and then he manages to kind of get it. I'm struggling to see where he kind of latches on and pulls this back.
Well, I mean, I'm interested to know what those still in favour of Howe. You know, why? What gives people the confidence? He's like the lads have said. You know, a fourth and a 6th or 7th. Where did we finish 7th last year?
7th, I think.
A 4th and a 7th, and now we're down possibly in 13th by the end of the weekend. That's regression, and you have to look at the manager now. He's
done it before, like 4th and 7th, and as we said earlier, 85 goals scored last year with an injury crisis and good wins in the Champions League. You know, he's been there, he's done it, he's learned. We've had interesting things out of this squad, but he wasn't backed in the summer. However, that's not an excuse, because even if we had Mark Gahey in our team today, that doesn't make us score more goals, really, does it? It's a centre half.
No, but you're talking 2 shots on goal in 2 games. It's dreadful. It is dreadful. Yeah, Steve Headers, thank you for your super chat. Man United was shite under 10 Bob, but he still won them 2 trophies. We need a winner, not a trier. Agent Tech Streams says, what attacking managers are available? I'm just asking. Also, it's the players today. Lady Sam, who's actually celebrating 9 months of membership on the channel as well. If we saw the game out 1-0, how would people be feeling about the performance and Eddie out? Well, I think judging by the comments, it was papering over the cracks.
Papering over cracks is the best way of describing that, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think there was a lot of people.
Do we think he gets through to January, though?
I don't know, Alex.
If we get a good hiding against Liverpool Wednesday, I think he's gone Thursday morning.
Really? You think that soon?
If we get,
I don't. I think he's going to keep
convincing
losing.
battering by Liverpool at home at St James's Park Wednesday night, I think he's gone Thursday morning.
I don't. I think he gets nursed through to January, but
yeah, but how can we nurse him through to January, Alex? It's like we.
Well, if he keeps losing and losing and losing, well,
yeah.
let's be fair. We didn't lose today. We got a draw. We got a point. It does feel like a loss, but unless the wheels completely fall off, I think he gets to January comfortably. If we get enough points to stay in mid-table and we've got the game against Brentford in the cup, I think he gets to January easy, and then he gets time with some signings in. But if we lose the next few, then I don't know. I don't think Billy's right with one more loss and he's gone. But
if it's a bad one, if it's a real bad one,
it's a bad one, yeah.
If we're to lose in a gallant 2-1 defeat, I don't think he'll get sacked. But if we get beat 5-0 or something like that,
well, Sam actually thinks Eddie knows he's gone.
Wow,
well,
that's a big claim.
His face told a picture after the game. I don't know whether you saw it, Alex, but my God. But Animal Lecter says he was backed in the summer, but he was not interested in the advice.
Well, I mean, he wasn't backed, was he? We brought in John Ruddy and stuff. He didn't get decent first team additions, so
yeah. But there's also the flip side of that, saying he wanted Gahey or no. Did he want Gahey? There was reports saying he wanted Gahey or nobody. So if that's true, then who?
Well, we don't have eyes. We don't have eyes on the inside to confirm.
No, we don't.
It's how or not how. It's difficult for us to say as a fan base whether it's the recruitment's fault or Howe's fault or a bit of both. We've not got enough knowledge to really aim at someone.
Yeah.
But that's by the by. At the moment, with transfers or without transfers, it's one shot against a team in the relegation zone. Not one shot on target, guys. One shot. Just one shot. That's really bad.
Chris Shen, who's been a member for 10 months on the channel. Commentary was the only good thing about this game, guys. Thank you. I mean, I'm obviously we'll let the dust settle. We'll talk about it tomorrow. In the review show that'll be at 7:00 tomorrow night, right here on the Toon Review, guys. So make sure you tune into that. And also, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the second channel because at 3:45 tomorrow, we've got commentary of Liverpool against Manchester City at Anfield. Kickoff in that game is 4:00. But that's it for now on Matchday Live. What's happening with the Patreon, guys? Are you doing one today or tomorrow?
I have to disappear, but I will try and get something recorded. I'll keep in contact with Billy. So there will hopefully be something out as soon as possible, guys.
Right, okay. I'll be doing my match reaction for YouTube straight away, so keep an eye on for that coming out. I'll let you know on all the socials when that comes out. Eric says, as an American, thank you for your super chat. I blame my parents for having an exchange student from Newcastle area in the late 90s. I was given false hope. Awful football.
That's a fair comment. And get yourself over to Evermore NUFC while Paul's getting his stuff together.
Absolutely.
Watch Chris, because he'll be going mental.
Yep. I have a feeling that I will be having some strong things to say in my reaction video as well. But listen, thank you so much, guys, for your super chats and memberships. Really do appreciate it. Mods, you've been fantastic as usual today. Thank you, Billy, for your company through the match. Alex, thank you for your analysis. But a massive thank you to you guys so much for 4,000 in again today. Absolutely fantastic. But don't forget, tomorrow at 7:00, we'll have the match review and the play ratings. And of course, please do subscribe to this channel if you are new. Tony, thank you for your super chat. And of course, give it the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the show today. And finally, a massive thank you to our sponsors, Mamaroo Records, based in Whitley Bay. If you can't get to Whitley Bay to pay them a visit in store, check their website out. It is pinned at the top of the description. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Keep your eyes open for my reaction video, and we'll see you for the review tomorrow night or over on TTR Extra for the commentary of Liverpool Man City. But until then, good night.
Away the lads and nosses.
Come back and check out the green.